been 200 years since the fall of America. Our cities are now surrounded by walls for our protection. But the issue with walls is there's no more room to go outward. We have been experiencing a food shortage for the last 10 years. There have been riots, murders, looting. It has been hectic. As an agriculture specialist here at Frontier, I have been tasked and assigned with planting arable fields outside the wall. Can we save this city? Let's find out. Well, hello everybody and welcome in. We are here on Frontier trying to survive. As you may have noticed by that intro, we are running out of food. And I am an agriculture specialist here in Frontier. I do have a successful farm, so I got a little bit of starting cash. No equipment for this expansion outside the wall though, so I need to purchase that. Started in on start from scratch. As you can tell, I got the pickup truck you start with. I did add a little lift to it and some bigger tires. Slap some 33s on there. It might be a little bigger than that, not too sure. But we do have $1 million. That's what I'm gonna start with, $1 million. I mean, it's quite a bit, I think. It's a lot more than I normally start with, let's put it that way. I mean, it's just a fun little series. Let's have some fun with it. As far as land goes, let's take a look at that. We own everything outside the wall here, all the way up to this road. So this road goes here, over, down, and around. So that is where we are starting. If I want to expand any more, I have to purchase it. As part of this, the Frontier City did buy all this stuff, so I do owe them money. Now, the City of Frontier did extend me a loan. This total amount here, 2.7 million something. That is how much it costs for all that property. And I do have $1 million in cash to use to advance. You may see this paid off loan. I went ahead and paid that off. I don't want that there. But this is a 20-year loan, so not too much on the monthly payments, $16,180. But we need to get that paid off as soon as possible because who likes loans? Who likes paying interest? Well, here we go. We are on our way outside the wall. I haven't been outside the wall in quite a while, just been busy running my farm. I do have some farm managers back there at my main farm running it for me while I'm heading up this operation. Thanks to, I just ran over that guy, holy cow. Thanks to Rainbow Hacker Gaming, Auto Sim Crew, Farm Sim Universe, and The Herd. They're back there running the farm for me. And great content creators, if you noticed, I put that in there. So make sure you check them out. All right, let's see here. All this land to the left here, all this land to the right here. Not much to the right. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do here yet. I am pretty new to this map, so I'm looking at the railway. Looking like the railway pays really good compared to everything else. So Northern Railroad, we'll take a look on the map. Right here, it goes out up here. It even goes out over here. So we might be doing a lot of railway stuff. I never do that. So something new to me there. Now, I don't have much to work with. I'm going to start with this little area right here. Why not? It's close to the train yard. We're here at the Case IH Agriculture Dealer. So I'm going to go with this kind of a theme tractor, harvester, everything. Now, let me clarify something. I may not use exactly Case equipment, but I'm going to try to always use the Case color. And then, of course, we'll see what's on sale, too. Can't pass those deals up. Let's head over here and talk with the owner and see about delivering out to where we're at. And there's nobody here. You know what? Let's just take what we can and go. Well, this is the tractor I'm going to go with. It's some mod I got. I don't know. It's got 886 horsepower, a 10,000 liter tank capacity on the back for fertilizer. I believe I've never used this. I just went in and downloaded all the Case mods I could find on the mod hub and loaded in with them. It's $400,000 and I don't think I want to spend that much money right now. I'm going to lease it. Now, as far as the plow goes, I'm going to go with this Case Eco Till 2500 plow. It's 310 horsepower requirement. I think I'm in the 800s. Let me lease it too. I don't really have a rule on how much I can lease, but the plow thing that's something I probably won't be keeping. Yeah, we are off and going. We're going to start our field here. Not too sure how close I want to get to the train tracks, if I want to cross over. I think this is a pretty good distance from the train tracks. We'll see how it goes with that train. I have no idea. And I'm just going to make a big rounded field here and we'll go from there, I guess. Now, I don't know exactly where this was on the wall area, I guess. So I'm just going to make a little round here and head straight for that wall. Once I hit the wall, I'll shoot over. Now, I did get all the way over there to the main gate, but I noticed there's some like bumpy spots here and there and it wasn't plowing up correctly. So I might have to go through and flatten out some of the land or just smooth it out. But we'll see. Let's get this field done and probably get on to the next step, which is probably going to be pick up all these rocks. Well, just out here plowing away and I start hearing this beep. I guess this is where the collectibles are. Not too sure. Do I have to dig here or I think I might have to dig? I don't know. You know what? Let me go ahead and dig this up. There it is. Whoa, no way. How much is that? 700,000? You gotta be kidding me. Someone buried 15 barrels with a lot of money around the map. Take on this challenge and find them all. You found a barrel. That was not part of the plan at all. I had no idea that was there, and I didn't even know how much these collectibles give. I did watch a map tour on this video. I didn't get much into the collectibles except for they could be buried. They have a sound. I didn't know how much they paid. So I'll probably be buying this tractor like right now because I don't want to get those hours way up. There we go. We're still sitting at 1.2 million after buying that, so that's pretty good. All right, let's continue on this field. If I find anything else interesting, I'll bring y'all back. Almost done plowing. Got just a little bit. It didn't get too good. It's pretty bumpy terrain out here. I went through with the smoothing tool, went ahead and smoothed it up pretty good. Now, one thing I do like to always do is pick up the stones. I don't know. Maybe that's just because growing up out in the country, I did a lot of picking up of stones. And it just drives me crazy whenever I don't get them picked up. So this is something new. I never used it before. I can give this one a try, $84,000. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. We are off and going, and I tell you what, I love the pickup width of this. I mean, they just keep getting bigger and bigger, and I really enjoy it. This is a task that a lot of people hate. If you can get it done faster, get it done faster. Okay, a lot of people don't even do that. They skip this part. Let's get all these rocks picked up, and we'll see how much we end up with. I mean, quite a bit of capacity. I believe 250,000 liters in this trailer. I'm gonna go ahead and get another tractor. Should be pretty much the same. I don't remember what color options I had for the saddle tanks. Pretty much the same. And I will go ahead and buy this. I want to try to get more stuff done at once. I got the stone picker going over there right now in that field, and I could probably start planting another field. I mean, we're gonna need it. There we go. Just finished up touching up the little bits and pieces for the stone picker. We only got 6,200 liters of stone. Not much. I don't know what I was really expecting. As you may be able to tell, I put in a little shed here. I'm going with the pull-through style because I don't like to waste my time backing up. And then I got a little house down there. We'll take a look at that in a second. This is going to be our little house for now. It's not much, but it will get the job done. We have this over at our main farm, and I had them go ahead and bring it out. Got a nice view of the wall whenever I'm sitting here. Hopefully I can change that. I've been thinking I need to put something to block that view of the wall. I'm thinking maybe planting some trees. That's later on down the road though. Nowhere near that. Now I do need to get some soil samples for this field here. Well, I guess a couple of soil samples here. Let's see here. I'm gonna purchase all these. And looking at this stuff is just all over the place, different types here and there. Now, let me get this limed, and then we'll get it planted with some grass. Now, the reason we're out here is we need to supply Frontier with food, but grass, that's not really food. So what am I doing planting grass? Well, it's a good source of income for us to sell to the locals inside the wall. Plus, they use it for animals, and animals is food. That's why we're going to have a grass field going, and I'm about to plant another field also. I'm going to go with this lime spreader right here. It's going to cost me $39,000. Let's go ahead and get that. And one other thing I need to do is I need to put in this multi-fruit buying station. That way I can buy all my supplies I need for the farm right here. Well, as you may be able to tell, we are now laying down some seed. Grass seed, obviously. And this is the seeder I decided to go with. I never really used ones like this much because they're usually really, really big, but this is a case one. See if I can zoom in, see what it says. 2400 case. I don't know, my graphics aren't the best. I don't have the best computer. This seeder's getting the job done. This computer's getting the job done, so I'm gonna keep with it, I guess. Well, I think I got a potential future issue here. This worker here likes to jump across these train tracks to turn around, and yeah, it's gonna eventually happen. I know it is. Okay, well, I'm over here finishing up this rock collecting on our field number 2, and I saw this left the course, so I'm kind of worried. Take a look at that, and yes, it definitely had to have got hit by something. That is, I think it's flipped over. So for future reference, I could just make more headlands. Well, let's see if I can get this flipped back over. Maybe. Not looking good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm just gonna do this by hand. I think I made it worse. There we go, just finished up planting all the grass. Well, let's go ahead and get this parked in here somewhere. I usually park them at an angle, but this is kind of long and quite a bit. I don't want to detach it from each other either. As you can tell right there in the background, we got lineman going on field 2, and then we'll look at planting some. So that seeder won't be sitting there very long. Now, I need to get some sort of roller to roll down the seeds into the soil. I know I can't go super big. This is 12.3 meters. This is not my biggest one. Right over here is my biggest one right here at 24.3 meters. I know that will not work because of how bumpy the terrain is. I've tried to use it on other maps that had rough terrain. Nope, doesn't work. This one right here, I'm kind of worried it might not work in a few spots, but we can see where those spots are. But let's go ahead and get this purchased. Even though this does say John Deere on it, I'm still going with the case colors. This is the only roller I got where I customize colors. Let's go ahead and lease it because I got a lot of stuff I need to buy. a lot. Just a quick update, I have been on this field for hours. I keep having to refill that fertilizer. I didn't even make it a whole headland, and then I needed to refill it. So yeah, it's taken quite a while on this field, but I am planting some canola over here. Grass is planted, that other field is good to go. I'm gonna turn that into silage. Someone from Ravenwood Farm requested a bunch of silage. They need silage. I did talk about using the train, but we got to take care of our town first before we ship off to the northern side of the town. And also the food factory put in a huge request for canola, and it's time to plant. We're gonna get that to them. Finally coming up to the end of this. I mean, almost the end. I need to go around and touch up some of the spots that I know it missed, which is the edges. But yeah, I didn't expect that to ever end. I even turned my speed from 1 times to half time because I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to get it done. We are completely done with planting that field finally. Now we just need to roll it. Looking in the top right there, we do not have much money, and that is really concerning to me. Looks like I made some poor financial decisions. Turned a little extra cash this month. I went ahead and picked up a contract. There's a few plowing contracts out there. I own a tractor, I own a plow, so I might knock them all out. I mean, they don't pay much, just a couple thousand here and there, but better than nothing. There we go, simple plow contract done in just a couple of minutes, if that. Really didn't take long at all. Let's go ahead and collect that. There's a few more plow jobs I might do, might not too sure. I am over here by the field, so let's go ahead and accept this. And that field is just on my way out of here, so why not? Well, seeing how money is an issue right now, and I need to be a lot smarter with my money, I went ahead and took a little venture around looking for some more of these collectibles. I don't know where they're at. I haven't watched any videos on it. Just figured I'd start driving off in this direction and probably find another one. And sure enough, I did. I do not own this land, so let's go ahead and dig down. I think I can. Yep, we'll go ahead and dig down here and grab this. $500,000. Okay, so it looks like every single one of them is going to be somewhat different. I think my first one was $700,000. I mean, not bad. Definitely going to try to be a lot smarter at spending my money. That's for sure. This is a lot bigger of an operation than I thought it would be coming in, and I'm hours and hours. I think I'm like 8 hours into this gameplay on this episode 1. That's not good. We are all done with both the fields. We are ready to advance to the next month. So let's head inside and go ahead and go to sleep, and we'll see what happens. Well, I got some good news, some bad news. Good news is this starting to look really green out here. Got a nice grass field over here, followed up by a nice canola field over here. Bad news is the mayor came by and gave me a list of stuff I needed to supply to the town. I don't have any of that planted. Let's take a look at that list. First up, we need to have wheat and sorghum. We need some wheat over to the grain elevator and the sorghum over to Johnson's Farmers Market. Not much, 12,000, 10,000 liters. I don't think that's much. The issue is I didn't know this was happening. I asked them for a list, what I needed to plant and everything, and they never got back with me. After I spent all that time planting, I don't think I'm going to rip it up. I'm just going to make a couple new fields. But he did tell me if I don't have that stuff harvested and turned in a year from now, he will take away all my land and banish me from Frontier. I mean, he didn't like my smart remark I had. I was like, well, I'm outside Frontier. Guess he didn't like that. Let me go in here, draw up a plan. We got a lot of work I need to do, so I'll figure something out. Last episode, we ended with getting some very bad news. Well, I mean, it's not too bad, but I wish he would just came earlier with the news. The mayor stopped by and told us we had to plant certain things. Well, harvest certain things, certain amounts too. So let's take a look at that list real quick. This right here. We got 1 year. We need to have wheat and sorghum by next year. And the year after that, we need to have lettuce, roosters, and straw. So quite a bit. And then barley, soybean, tomatoes. If we don't hit these goals, we are gone. So not only do I need to look at rushing and getting this done for next year, the wheat and the sorghum, but I need to plan for these roosters and this lettuce. So I got to plan ahead and figure this out. Let's get to it. First up, over here, I'm just going to go ahead and drop in a large field. This is the last piece of land that I own that's, I guess, kind of open. I do have some more open land over there by my shed. I'm probably going to have to put in 2 fields over there, but this one right here, I'll just slap in a wheat field, and then I'll figure out something else for that sorghum. But right now is the planting time for wheat, so we need to get that done. One of those items on that list is we need lettuce. So let's go ahead and get this greenhouse built here for $30,000. Let's a little bit more. That looks like a good spot for it. Now this greenhouse does take manure and water, but all I'm going to do is water, and there's something a little different about the water that I'm going to do than I normally do, and I'll let y'all know that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and get this water tank TARDIS Liquid XL. It's going to cost me $9,500. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Now it holds 200,000 liters. I do want to upgrade to something actually bigger than that eventually. But hey, look at there, finished field work. Let's go check that out. Looks like I think the worker's done plowing now. Yes, he is all done plowing. Well, looks like he missed a few spots. Well, he, she, I don't know who was driving. Can't really see inside there that good. That is some really dark tint. Well, let me go ahead and fix the spots that this person missed, and we'll get these rocks picked up next. About to finish up this rock collecting, but I'm trying to debate whether I should get a new seeder. The issue is that last one, or the one I got right now, it just, man, I had to constantly refill it with fertilizer just over and over and over and over again. I don't know if I want to keep doing that, so I might get one that doesn't have fertilizer on it, just seed it, and then I can fertilize with probably some liquid fertilizer, because I do have these tanks on these tractors that I'm not using yet. I figured I probably won't use them until I do weed prevention right now, unless I switch over to a liquid fertilizer. Just trying to figure out what to do. Here we go. We're going to go with this John Deere Solitaire or whatever 12. It's not really a John Deere. I don't know why it says John Deere on there. It's just a mod I got. It's $167,300. Let's go ahead and lease this. I don't know. Let's go ahead and lease it. Thing about this one is it is not a direct drill, so I will be cultivating. It has been a long time since I cultivated, and it's this one right here. I don't know why it says John Deere, because it shows up over here also, this Limpkin, and it also shows up right here as a base game one. So, not really using John Deere. The only reason I went with that John Deere one is because I can customize the color of it. Can't customize the color of this base game one or the other one. So, hey, that's what we got. We're going to try that out. I'm going to get rid of this other seeder. I'll get a little money there. I only got this thing leased right now. I'm not too sure if I'm going to buy it or not. I know I got a couple of fields to plant, 2 to be exact. I mean, I guess that is what couple means. Let's get those done. I went ahead and filled up that seeder, took it over to the other field, realized I need to do the lime. And then I also realized I need to get some soil samples. And in order for me to do that, to purchase them, I need to back out and come back in. So let me go ahead and put in the second field over here. The second field is going to be for our sorghum. Well, technically our 4th field, but second field for this episode. Not too big, and it should be plenty to meet our goals, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Thing is, I don't even need this field in yet, or the sorghum, because it's not time to plant it. And I missed a spot. See, I'm manually doing this, and I'm still missing spots. All done plowing up that field. Now I need to collect the rocks, but I'm going to go ahead and return this plow. I believe I'm leasing it. Yes, I am. So let's return it. If I ever need a plow again, I'm not going with that one. I'm going to get a lot bigger one. I just wanted to go with it because it's a case brand. I'm trying to keep a case theme, but yeah, doesn't always work out that great. So I'm definitely getting a lot bigger plow next time. I'm back in now, so let's go ahead and purchase these soil samples. Since both my tractors are being used right now, we're going to go ahead and use the pickup truck for this. Now, I did say I'm going to do something a little different with what I normally do with water, and that is I'm going to buy it. I mean, look at this. We're in a wasteland out here, so water shouldn't be free. At least I don't think it should be. A lot of the times I always play by, free water, dig a well. I grew up in the country. We got wells. But honestly, the amount of water I pull out of these wells on this game, no, that ain't going to work. We're going to go ahead and load this up with some water. I think I can get some here. Like I said, never bought it. I think it costs money. Yep, it does cost money here. And holy cow, that did not work out too well. And I have no idea how much water costs. Never bought it before. I thought about just buying it manually out of the greenhouse, but I want to put it in here, and then I'm going to eventually put it in the distributor so it can go over there manually, and I won't have to worry about touching that greenhouse anytime soon. But as you may be able to tell here with that front end lifted up, I'm probably not using this truck. I'm just going to keep it hooked up while this fills, and of course I'm going to give it a try. There we go, $45,000 for that, and we're going to give this a try, and looky there, it is going. As the water gets unloaded, let's go ahead and take a look inside here and get some of this stuff going. I think the trigger's right here. Yep. So all we really care about right now is lettuce, but hey, why not get some other stuff too? I mean, there's lettuce, tomatoes. Let me check my list also, make sure there's nothing else on there. Ooh, tomatoes is on there, so I'm going to need some tomatoes eventually. So I'm going to go with all the base game items that's inside here. Not much. There's tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. This is I think I forgot to mention, this is from Dragon's Den, and I kind of fell in love with these greenhouses pretty recently. I've been watching Rambo Hacker Gaming use them quite a bit, and they do produce pretty fast, I think, but oh well. Well, this is all done, but pretty interesting actually. Look at that. It just keeps filling it up. I mean, that 180,000 down there in the bottom right just keeps going up. Every time it tries to go down, it goes up, up. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. All done with the lineman job over here on field 3, I guess, is what I would consider it, maybe. Well, this tractor's off and going and planting this wheat now. Pretty excited about it. Gonna get a lot more crops than I thought I would before. I mean, originally I just planned on having the grass field and the canola field, but we're getting forced to do something else. I mean, he came over and said, do this or get banished. So we got to do it. Now I need something to do the fertilizing, and I'm doing liquid fertilizer. So let's go ahead and get this. I'm going to lease it. It is just a base game mod. I don't know. I don't got much for liquid fertilizer. I don't do much with liquid fertilizer. This will also work with the herbicide, but I don't plan on using it for the herbicide because it did not have the weed spot spray control. So let's go ahead and get this filled up with some liquid fertilizer, and we'll see how much that costs. Maybe that's why I don't do liquid fertilizer. Maybe it costs more. I really don't know. There we go. We got quite a bit in there now because those saddlebags or bags on the back of the tractor hold some too, and we just spent right around $50-something thousand on all that. And I got a feeling this is way more than I need, but I won't know until I try it out, and I'm about to try it out. You know, looking at it, it's getting the nitrogen up to perfect, and I think I'm using a lot less than I would use for solid fertilizer. I have no idea. I've never looked into that. Maybe it's just all in my head right now, but let me go ahead and finish this up, and we'll get moved on to the next step on this field, which is rolling. All done fertilizing that field, and as far as liters used goes, I think that was a lot less. Now, I don't know what the price per liter is. I don't know which one's cheaper, all that, and I almost ran that guy over. But now we're going to head into town now because you might be able to tell my fuel level is a little low, and there's a gas station right inside here. So while I'm over here, I'm just going to go ahead and knock it out. I do need to get a gas pump back at the farm or whatever I'm considering it. Well, we are all done with those fields. Now, this field right in front of me, it is for sorghum. It doesn't plant until, let's see here. Doesn't plant until April or May, and then it harvests in August or September. So I have till September of next year to complete this wheat and the sorghum job, which, as you can tell, is doable because I got the wheat planted. All I got to do is remember to plant the sorghum right there. If I forget, I'm in trouble. Now looky there, all bright and early, grass growing in. Growth stage 3 of 3, one more month, and we'll have a perfect harvest off of there. I don't think we got anything really to do in October. Let me look around, figure out what I got to do. Yeah, well, it turns out I do have nothing to do in October, so let's go ahead and head back over here and do what I really want to do in real life, which is sleep for a good month, probably even longer, but hey, let's do it. We are here in the month of November now. It is bright and early, sun hadn't came up fully yet, and grass is ready to harvest. So we need to get something to harvest this. As you can tell, our money is dropping quite a bit. I do have a pretty high loan out there and a few items leased I should probably get rid of, but I'll figure that out later. But let me get the sun to come up a little more and then we'll get started. You know what? I'm not going to waste any time with getting a small mower, pull behind tractor mower type or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and get this. I mean, that mowing is going to be a large part of our job here in Frontier. So let's go ahead and get this big old one right here. It's going to help us out quite a bit. $402,000. Obviously, I can't buy it, so let's lease it. I'm going a little crazy with these leases. Yeah, as far as bellers go, I'm going to go with this quick bell. Really love it. And with the foil color, I don't know if y'all can figure out what color that is, but that is John Deere green color. I don't know, something a little different and to probably make somebody mad. Auto Sim crew, this John Deere green is for you. I know how much you love John Deere, so there you go. But I did put the case logo on it. Love how that's an option. Got some silage additive to it. Let's buy this. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yeah. Let's lease it for now. I think I'll try to buy everything after I make a big sell of all this silage. Now I do need some silage additive to this, and this over here is extremely cheap. Let's see here, $67 for 60 liters of it. Yeah, that is really cheap compared to what I would have paid for that pallet. The pallet's like $3,000. I don't know if that's a mess up or what. I don't know how much silage additive really costs in real life. Well, this is off and going, and we already got one silage bale. So this is probably gonna be a lot of silage bales. We'll find out. I do have a bell counter, and if y'all want to play a fun little game here and take a guess of how much you think we'll get, go ahead and slap that down in the comment section. Love to see what y'all think, and no cheating. Here we go. Here's the trailer I'm gonna go with. This one is kind of newer to the mod hub. I usually go with a 30-foot flatbed. I mean, there's a 40-foot option, so I'm going to try out the 40-foot option and see how well it works out. It's going to cost me $33,400, but I'm going to go ahead and lease it now just because I don't know how well it's going to work with it being a new mod. And of course, I did go with the Case IH colors. So we got 26 bells per trailer, looks like. I can't remember what 30-footer was. I think it was 18 maybe. I don't know. I'm using it on my other series, so I'm sure I'll see it eventually and know the answer. I think it's 18. But I don't know what I'm going to do with these bells right now. Let's dump them off somewhere. I was thinking about getting some sort of bin to hold them all, but I'll just leave them out for right now. While I'm out here picking up these silage bells, I got a phone call from the mayor. I guess he's checking his fancy security cameras he's got up there on the wall, and he was yelling at me, asking why I'm doing silage bells. He said, don't forget, you got to get that wheat and sorghum to those people. That's top priority. And I tried to explain to him that stuff doesn't grow overnight, and I am on top of it and not to worry about it. You know, I don't even know if saving Frontier is really even worth it with the way this mayor is. But this is where I grew up, and this is my home. My father before me, he was a farmer here, and as this place grew, we just started to run into more and more problems with food shortages, and a few of the locals reached out to me and let me know what they needed, and silage was one of them, and so was canola. But I asked the mayor for a list before I even started this, and he didn't give it to me, so oh well. And for the moment of truth, let's find out how many silage bales we just got here. Well, they're grass bales now, they're going to turn into silage, but if you guessed 130, you are correct. And I don't know how I got it so perfect, but that was 5 trailer fulls exactly. I'm shocked. I really don't know how it got so perfect. I couldn't have even planned it that good. But no, it's all done, and it missed little bits and pieces here and there. As you may be able to tell right here, I don't know. It was going pretty fast. That might be why it did that, but I don't care. It's fine. Now, next up for this field is we need to lime it and fertilize it, and I'm going to roll it so I can get it into a faster growth stage also. I do have a roller, but I need a grassland care roller, so let's go ahead and get this one right here. It's going to be 12.3 meters wide and going to cost us $33,800, and I'll just go ahead and buy that. I know I'm going to use it quite a bit, so yeah, let's go ahead and buy it. I'm sure I'm going to be regretting that. But liming's done, fertilizing's done, all that's left is I need to roll it. For those of you that don't know, if you roll the grass, it will advance it on its growth stage. So over here is where it just says harvested. So next month would be 1 of 3. But with me rolling it, it's going to change it to growth stage 1 of 3 now. So next month will be 2 of 3. That's the idea. That is if it grows this month. I don't know. I mean, it stops growing over winter time. I'm not sure exactly when it is. And one other thing to help us get this area looking even more green and fertilized a little better is let's get some bees. I'm going to go ahead and place this in right here. It's going to be close to our canola field and our sorghum field here. I don't think it does anything for grass, so that's why I didn't put it over here. I'm not 100% sure if it does or not. It says no pallet location available, so I need to drop in a pallet location also, and I'll just drop that in right here. Not sure how many spawn in there. I've never used this one before, but we'll figure it out. All done with that grass field. We have 975,000 liters of grass, which will turn over to silage. I believe the same exact number, but the best sell price for that is in January, and we are in November, so it looks like we get to sleep a couple more months, which would be really cool if I could do that. It's now 10 a.m. in January, and we got a busy day. We need to get some of the silage transported over to the Ravenwood farm because they're the ones that asked for this, and we're going to go get it sold there. I don't know if that's the best selling price or not. Let's take a look. It says the biogas plant is the best selling price. Oh well. And the lowest is Ravenwood farm. Oh man. So we'll take a load over to Ravenwood farm, a load over to the animal dealer, and then the rest of it we'll take to the biogas plant. Here we go, pulling in now, and I'm pretty glad I took the tractor instead of the truck. I don't even know if the truck could pull this, but this is a very bumpy area, and it would have got stuck. I believe I just sell it right here. Let's see if I can figure this out. Maybe right there. Well, that little bit that sold there was $76,808 plus a 4,729 environmental score. Let's see what else we get. I'll just load it right back up and unload it again. And that right there was $34,502 plus a 2,124 environmental score. That is great. Now let's see if I can get out of this place. It's kind of a tight fit up in here. We're now at the animal dealer, and I believe I just back it up right here and sell it. Not too sure. Let's see if I can try to get it all in one sell. Keep going, just keep going, and got it all. Perfect. $111,824 plus a 6,885 environmental score reward. That is awesome. That's some good money right there. We are going to be making some good money here, and I'm sure I am going to waste it. Well, while I was there at the animal dealer, they asked me if I can make another delivery to them, so I'll get a whole nother trailer full and deliver there, and then rest of it will go to the BGA. And oh man, slow down, slow down, slow down. Ooh man, that was a close one. Every time I come through this intersection, that train is always there, I'm telling you. And yes, I did clear out all the sand over here and opened up that gate, as you may be able to tell. I did not pick up and sell the sand. I just used the smoothing tool or paint tool to clear it. I am kind of regretting that. I could use the money, but it was the fastest option. Well, I didn't realize I could kind of pull through that barn there. That's pretty nice. Hopefully it gets it all sold just right here. Let's find out. Oh man, I guess I wasn't supposed to. Okay, it all didn't sell, but $100,110 plus a $6,163 environmental score. Yeah, so it turns out I'm not supposed to go through that barn there. All right, lesson learned. And then that little bit right there was $11,993 plus a 738 environmental. That's all we got here. Let's take the rest of it over to the BGA now. You know, I kind of thought this would happen. I didn't think I would be able to sell these silage bales here. Let's see if I can figure something out. Maybe just do something like this. Hey, it is working. Yeah, that money is going up. Let's see here, $62,527 plus a $3,849. I guess it works. That was $47,898 plus a $2,949 environmental score. And I believe this is the last of this trailer right here. I do not like how it keeps breaking up and it can't all sell at once. 2 bells there, 4,366 plus the 268. Let's get back and get one more load and deliver it here to the BGA again. Here we go, first little drop in there, and let's see how much money we end up with. And I hit the wrong button, I think. That first little bit right there was 79,369 plus a $4,886. Nice. And this should be all of it. Hopefully it all counts right in there. Let's find out. $35,260 plus a $2,171 environmental score reward. That is all the silage we have, and I don't know exactly how much money we made total yet, but I could do that in editing, like right here, you know, slap it up here. That's how much money we made, probably quite a bit, because we're up to $780,000 right now. I can't believe it. That is a lot more than I thought we'd be at. I thought the value for all those bells is like 400,000. Maybe that's right then, actually, now that I think about it. Can't even remember what I was at. I think I was in the 200,000s though. Well, that environmental score bonus does give pretty good money. I got it all distributed out to different people. That's the main thing here. We need to save Frontier. This is Operation Saving Frontier. So we got to distribute it out evenly, not just go with the big best sell price. Somebody out there is going to try to buy it for more. It is snowing in February. I mean, pretty normal, I guess. Doesn't appear anything sticking to the ground. I don't know how the snow texture is going to work on this map, but we'll figure it out. Got some good news and some bad news. I mean, good news is we got a bunch of money. Bad news is the mayor was very upset at us selling all our silage. Now, it's kind of weird because he was against me making silage to begin with, but apparently the BGA doesn't have enough silage to keep running. So they're going to have to shut down. So he's pretty mad about me distributing it wherever I wanted to. He's starting to restrict me where I can sell, and it's right here. It says sell everything. This is the only place I'm allowed to sell now. Basically, I'm selling it to the government, and I don't like it. I voiced my opinion saying, hey, it's not going to work out good. You guys are just going to raise up the prices. He's like, nah, I promise we won't. This is where I sell to, and this is it. And he's probably going to lower my prices and raise up the people inside the walls' prices. I don't have no choice. I mean, the world we live in now. So moving forward, everything we get and sell is going to go right through there. Now, with it being in the month of February, we can look over here, max month, February, lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries. So we have a pretty good amount, I guess. It says each one of those max value is 55,000, but we can't sell at the max value. So I'm not sure how much we're going to get, but we are going to sell it all there at that sell everything. I had this brilliant idea to use this pickup truck in this trailer, but it is struggling pretty bad. I need to switch the trailer back over to a universal auto load trailer. So let me maybe look at upgrading the engine on this truck, if I can, from this little tiny toolbox, you know, pretty realistic, I think. Well, I don't see an option to upgrade the engine. I thought there was for this truck. I don't know. I've never really used it much, but nope, not looking good. And you know, I've been wondering this whole time, like, what color am I using? Oh, I'm using Case IH. I didn't know what color it was. I don't remember if I put that on there or if it came like that. I thought it came red, but nope, no way to upgrade the engine. We'll use the tractor. But while I'm here, I need to change out. Whoa, I can't customize this because I'm leasing it. Let's go ahead and buy that. And while we're in the buy menu, let's go ahead and look at buying some other stuff. Sprayers, I know 100% sure I am keeping. Let's purchase that. Trailer, I have to purchase it. Mower, huge purchase. Don't know if I want to spend the money right now because it's going to be a while before I actually make some more money. Yeah, let's hold off on it for right now. That's everything. Let me get this truck out of the way. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, how did that stay hooked up? But you know, I never customized it. Bought it, but I forgot to customize it. We'll just leave it as the basic flat frame, and that's going to give us universal auto load right here on the left side. There it goes. So we'll customize that. Perfect. Now it disconnected. Oh no, it didn't. Why did that not disconnect? It did change, right? No, I guess it didn't. No, I'm just going to disconnect it. Why did it not change? License plate is already in use. Okay, give me a different one. There we go. I believe I got it all changed up now. Now let me get a tractor. And I found out something very bad about these tractors that I do not like. In the top left help menu there says I unload. If I try to unload that water tank right there with the tractor, it unloads everything in this tractor, not the water tank. So yeah, like it will unload the fuel. The diesel. I mean, that's the part that drives me crazy. I understand it unloading those little saddlebag things, but I don't know why it's unloading the diesel. And we'll just come in here and hit spawning for all of these, and they'll start coming out. We'll get it loaded up and get it sold. You know, I've got this nice little road thing here built out of asphalt, but why take that whenever I can just drive right across the dirt? Now, I got a whole trailer load here. Let's see how much it is. Quite a bit, 40,000-ish. Let's try to get it all sold. And I got some pretty bad lag going on. I think it's because of the pallets. I had this issue on my Core Farms series whenever I was doing a sell like this before. I believe it's actually the strawberry pallets that causes it the most. But we're gonna get these sold, see how much money we make. Here we go, finishing it up now. Very last bit of it about to fall off. Come on, just floating there in the air. Takes forever to sell. There we go, all of it finally sold. $59,779 plus a $3,680 environmental score reward. That is some good money right there. Now let's do that a couple more times and see how much money we end up with total. Now this one's almost done selling. This one did have quite a bit of lettuce, probably about half the trailer was lettuce, and I believe the lettuce is the highest paying one out of the tomato, strawberry lettuce ones, basically what I got. So let's see how much money this is. That was $69,500 plus a $4,279 environmental score reward. Now, I don't know if that was more or not. Doesn't seem like it was. Well, actually, you know what? Yes, it was. I just couldn't remember. I think I was in the 50,000s last time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Starting to tip over. But hey, this is the last what we got, just about half a trailer of strawberries. I guess the strawberries make quite a bit more, quite faster. Let's go ahead and roll over this and see how much money we make from this. This trailer is all done, $15,979 plus a $983 environmental score reward. Now we're up to $843,000. That is pretty good. I don't know what the total amount is, but obviously during editing I will pop it up. Y'all probably see it right around here. You seen it? You seen it? It's probably there. I don't know. I believe the next thing we're going to sell is honey. I think that is in March, which is next month. So let's just go ahead and load up what we got here, and then I'll wait till next month and see what we got to sell. We're now in the month of March. Everything's starting to look a little greener, a little brighter. I really like it. Go ahead and load up what we got here, and I believe they're all full pallets. So yep, 44. Oh, dropping some in there right now. Let me give it a second, and maybe it will load more in there. It says we have 5,585 liters of honey in stock. There they go. There's some more pallets coming in. Okay. Well, I knew it didn't match up because I could see how much I have on my trailer. There we go. Got it all loaded up now. Now let's go get it sold. I believe this was the best sell time. Let's check that. Yep, March, best sell time. See how much money we make. There we go. All that sold, $18,619 plus a $1,146 environmental score reward. That is some good money right there for really doing nothing. I mean, I need to place down like 100 of those bee buildings. Nah, I don't think I'd be able to keep up with it, but I can automate it. I have automated the whole honey thing in the past. There's one thing I keep thinking about is that VIP list I need to sell to, and some of it is chickens. I mean, it's only 100 roosters. I'm going to go ahead and get this large, big chicken coop. I haven't used it yet. Hopefully it works out great. I've heard great things about it, and it holds 2,000 chickens. Now, I'm not going to start off with 2,000 chickens. I want them to kind of breed and naturally grow, and then the roosters will kind of grow into that spot also. So let's go ahead and plop this down. Now, with these two tractors here having an issue with the whole unload thing, I can't use a trailer with them as far as unloading, like a grain trailer, which I'm about to use because I need to feed those chickens. Well, I haven't got them yet, but so let's look at getting another tractor. We're going to go with this Case International 7200 series. Going to cost us $105,500. Now we got the money for it. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. This will be our little put around the farm type tractor. It will run the water tanks and pick up the harvest, I guess, too, because well, I need something that will actually unload it. Make sure this doesn't have that eye control button, and it doesn't look like it does, so that's good. But let's also go ahead and get a trailer. Here's a trailer. I'm gonna decide to go with the trailer TARDIS XL. It holds 200,000 liters. Love this trailer. I really love the stuff that has like the unreal capacity. Anything to save me time is what I usually go for most of the time. So $20,000, let's go ahead and buy it. And of course I put it in that case red. Now I'm just going to head over here to this multi-fruit buying silo and just purchase some wheat. I don't know how much it takes over there, but I'll just fill this trailer up. If I got any extra, I got an idea for it. I may have made a mistake. $151,650. Wow, that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money, but I mean 200,000 liters of wheat, I guess. Maybe that's a good price. I don't know. And may have made another mistake. This might be too tall. Looks like there's something right there, so maybe that will open up and I can dump in there. Okay, something weird's going on. Check this out. Every time I go over here. You do. Maybe I can just dump there. Let's find out. And no, I can't. Maybe there's a button inside. There is a button inside. I should have checked here first. I don't know what's wrong with me. What? That is so cool. Now, it only holds 80,000 liters, so we got quite a bit more, and I heard at full capacity that 80,000 liters will last about 3 months or so. So maybe I got a good year's supply of food here, maybe? I know we're not going to have 2,000 chickens anytime soon. So let's take a quick look inside here. Well, bam, bam. There's what it looks like. Little cage thing over here. I don't know what it goes back to. Oh, probably where you get your eggs from. Something like that. Not too sure, but okay. I don't like wasting time, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase a bunch of chickens here. Now, I say a bunch, let's go with 1,000. See how much money that cost me. There we go, 1,000 chickens. Look at that, $280 for livestock. That's nice. That's it? Nah, I'm sure it costs a lot more. I don't know how much it costs. I just noticed I'm not full. Oh man, this takes straw too. Ooh. Okay, now I said I had a plan for the leftover wheat, and this is my plan right here. It's going to be this distributing silo. I love this thing because I can automate a lot of stuff with it. Looking at purchasing water directly to the buildings, you know, so it costs a little more and probably seem a little more realistic because water is going to be very expensive in a desolate desert like this. At least I would think it would. So $240,000 to fill this thing up. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I'm going to go back to the free water. No, but I'm definitely not going to fill it up. Let's go with 50,000 liters right now, and I'm going to set that on distributing. And this right here is what I was talking about, how I can set everything up automated through that building. Now I can set this on distributing, and it can go over to that silo. Well, as long as I turn it on over here at the silo, then they'll catch it. And I can start to store more than what it allows me at the greenhouse. Well, I'm not too sure where the straw needs to go. I'm guessing just probably lay it out across here. Now, I went ahead and purchased a full trailer full, so 200,000 liters. I don't remember how much it cost or noticed it, but let's go ahead and see about where we could dump this at. And I do got a plan for it. And this right here is my plan for it. This is a global goods transport pallet. Holds 200,000 liters. Well, whenever I flip it on to Unreal. But basically, I put the straw in here, and I could just manhandle it wherever I want. There we go, got 200,000 liters in there. Now I'm just going to walk it into this coop. I couldn't back the trailer in there, it's too tall. But I'm going to walk it in here, see if it just starts emptying somewhere. It might. I didn't notice an unload trigger. Hey, there it goes. Yeah, it's just going to start emptying right here on the ground. And that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to leave it right there. And in theory, it should empty by itself, but I haven't got that to work consistently. But I could just come over here and click a button and it starts going. And that's a lot easier than loading up a trailer every single time I need straw. And I'll probably look at doing the same thing with the food too. Now, one of the issues is I want to automatically distribute the eggs over to my silo, even though that doesn't look like it will hold eggs, but it does. It holds eggs. 400,000 liters of eggs. I'm sure that's more than what could be held here. So the idea is to automatically have it distribute over there, and I'm going to use this egg distributor. I just can't see where it's going really. And also, I don't know where it spawns in first. I'm just going to place that right there. Hey, I might have got it just perfect. Take a look at that. Yeah, looks like I did. I got the corner there, corner there. I'm hoping the eggs spawn in right here first. Oh, whoa, they do. Okay, it just happened. And then all I got to do is turn on this and turn it over to distributing. Well, I don't even have to turn it on. Well, do I have to turn it on? I don't know if I do or not. But either way, I don't think I do. Let me turn it off. Because if I turn it on, that means eggs can come here, and I don't want them to come there. And then over here, I'll turn on the eggs to start receiving over at that silo. It'll hold 400,000 liters. Pretty excited for that. See how many eggs we get. I mean, this 1,000 chickens, probably get quite a bit. One other thing I'm going to start doing at this greenhouse is I'm going to go ahead and start making the rest of this stuff. Cocoa beans, onions, cucumbers, garlic, and bell peppers. I got nowhere I can sell it except for to sell everything, but I got nowhere I can store it. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this on selling, so it doesn't fill up. It's just going to sell every hour. So I'm going to continually make some money, but I'm also going to have to be buying that water. Hopefully I make a profit on it. I don't know. That water is pretty expensive. Well, we are now in April, and it is officially time to plant some sorghum, I believe. Take a look at that. April planting sorghum. Good. So we need to plant that so we get that contract done. And also, I believe it is time for us to harvest the grass. Yep, ready to harvest. So we're going to start up a worker over here on the grass field, get it going. Now, I don't know if I want to do silage bells again or maybe do something loose. That's why I didn't purchase the beller. It's still leased. I was thinking about returning it. But then I also need to put in some production building to make silage if I'm going to go that route. And yeah, I'm going to go that route. Let's go with loose silage. And since I'm going to start picking this grass up loose, I need a forage wagon. So here we go. TARDIS XL holds 200,000 liters. I really like this one because of the Unreal capacity, obviously. Now it's $59,500. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. I mean, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it. I mean, we're getting low on money, but I mean, every time I think about buying something, I just really not sure. Now, the issue is my two tractors over there cannot run this forage wagon. I mean, it can run the forage wagon. It just can't unload the forage wagon. So good thing I got this tractor here, and I made sure it had quite a bit of horsepower. This forage wagon does require 200 horsepower, and this tractor does have that. Let's go ahead and start getting this picked up. Well, oops, first, let's get some silage additive in it. Now that I got that grass field going, it's time to plant some sorghum. Now this right here, this Field Products Factory, this is what I'm going to use to make my silage. It also makes a lot of other things. Kind of interested in maybe making that manure and some TMR eventually, maybe. Yeah, I could use that manure in that greenhouse I got over there and start producing more. But let's go ahead and drop this in right here. I think it's a good spot for it. Why not? Now that I got some grass dumping in there, let's take a look inside here and see what all we can do with it. So right here, make silage out of grass. That's the idea. turn that on. Now, like I was saying, there's this manure one. I can take straw and water, but now we know water costs a lot of money to us, so I don't know. I mean, straw's really cheap stuff. I mean, maybe it'd be worth it. This field's all done planting. Now we're going to fertilize it and see if anything else needs to be done. Oh, I need to roll it. Yep, needs rolling. Okay, well, the lime's good, fertilizing's good, and looks like I need to roll after that. I guess I could probably go ahead and start up a roller right now. We're out here still picking up some grass. Got quite a bit more to get. Probably 2-3 more trailers full. I mean, I'm talking 200,000 liter trailers, so this is a lot of grass here. That first harvest I did had almost 1 million liters of grass, if I remember correctly. So this is a lot. Got some bad news. I mean, it just seems like all these episodes got bad news, bad news, bad news. Just getting hit with all these curveballs. I said this might happen, and it did. The government of Frontier decided to change the prices because I'm restricted and I can only sell here. Basically, for a comparison, the price for silage went from $515 per 1,000 liters down to $309 per 1,000 liters. Any of you that's a little more curious, went from easy to normal economy. That's what's going on here. I knew it would happen. They're restricting where I can sell, and I knew they would cut the price to what I get because I only got one spot I can sell at. With this corruption in Frontier, things just got a little bit harder. We're all done on the grass field picking up the grass. It is going into our silage production building, so we're making silage out of it, which is great. I mean, we need the money, especially with prices getting cut back, and we got something important to do this month, which is plant. We got to plant sorghum. With that grass harvest being completely done, we ended up with right around 977,000 liters of grass, and all that grass is now being turned into silage, which we have almost 100,000 liters of silage already. It is pretty fast, I guess, but I like it. Well, it turns out I did plant the sorghum already, and I just have horrible memory. I got my seeder and I saw it was already on sorghum, and I was like, wait a second. So, okay, well, the sorghum's done. Now I'm just waiting for the grass field to get finished up with fertilizing and rolling, and then I think we're ready to go to the next month. All done with fertilizing the field, and yes, this liquid fertilizer definitely uses a lot less. I don't know if it costs more or what. I don't know why I haven't been using it before. I decided it was time to upgrade my rolling game, I guess, on this grass field. I am rolling to get to a faster growth stage. I don't need to, but I mean, faster growth stage means more harvest, means more money. I went ahead and leased a roller. The other one I believe I own. This one I just went ahead and leased for now because I don't have much money. It's like $30-some thousand, and come on, I just started this and they're gonna go ahead and wreck? You gotta be kidding me. Maybe this was a bad idea. I don't have it set up as two items on the field. I just went ahead and jumped in on one of the lines further ahead. Next rolling cycle, I will change it to two tools on the field at the same time. Looks like all the rolling is done on this field, except for I'm just touching up that finished worker up there on the top. That is my other roller I had going. At least I think this is the only spot that gets missed. And as you can tell, there's a little bit of grass left behind, but can't always be perfect. I mean, I probably don't even need to waste my time rolling that little spot there. We're now in the month of May, and I don't have much to do except restock some water in the greenhouse and fill up the chicken coop with some more wheat. I'm kind of interested to see how much money I lose with this water. Let's see here. I mean, we're only at a little over $72,000. I mean, I knew this was going to happen, but my other tractor's busy with the wheat. Right over there in the background, you can see the trailer. That cost $27,000. We're down to $46,000. Yeah, it's not looking good for me buying this water. Well, lucky for me, I found this nice little pond oasis here, and the water's free. I mean, I'm just coming over here and stilling it. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that, but gotta do something about that water. It's costing a lot. So, yeah, why not come over here and fill it up? Well, I was looking at stuff to do before I go to the next month, and I realized I got some baby chicks. I wasn't even paying attention. I forgot I only got 1,000 hens, and looks like I got 509 new females and 491 new males, and I need 100 males for the contract, not this upcoming year, but the next year. So basically this is what I got to do in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year. I mean, the sooner I get it done, the better. I skipped a couple of months here. I had nothing to do in June, nothing to sell, and I think the animals were fine without me doing much to them. So in the month of July now, we have grass ready to harvest, should have wheat ready to harvest, and canola. Yes, canola is ready to harvest, and yes, wheat is ready to harvest also. Now, we only got $49,000. I hope that's enough to lease my harvesting equipment, hopefully. I have no idea. Well, here's the harvester I'm going to attempt to go with. Hopefully I have enough money to lease it. No idea. It's $727,000. Yeah, I don't do anything on the cheap side, I guess. But yeah, it's got a large capacity, 24,000 liters. Went ahead and slapped an American flag on the side of it. Can't really see it too good. Graphics aren't the best on this computer. See if I can lease it. Ooh, $37,095 well, I can lease it, so that's all that matters, I guess. I don't know if this header will work or not. That tractor did not have a combination button, so I guess I'm just taking a guess here. This is a case header. Hopefully it does work. We'll go ahead and lease this also. It's $70,000. Obviously, we ain't got that. And I don't know where it went. I guess it didn't have enough room there to get delivered, so it ended up going over to the main shop. I got it over here, though. Let's go ahead and take a nice long drive over to our wheat field. And of course, I'm going to cut through this grass field so I don't have to take the main road and block traffic. I did not get no header trailer, and I don't plan on it. I'm just going to try to avoid going through any narrow areas. This is off and going, finally picking up the wheat, and we're picking up quite a bit. I mean, I wasn't sure how much would be here. Over 3,000 liters now. So we're definitely going to hit our contract goal, and then all this straw I'm going to pick up so we can have that for a future contract goal of next year. There's 75,000 liters of straw. Hopefully this field gives me enough straw, because I think this is the only field that gives me straw. I don't know. I don't know if the canola or the sorghum does. Not sure. And this is what I'm talking about, trying to multitask and get a lot done in a little bit of time, because I don't have much time to play. So I got the mower going, and I got the forage wagon come behind, picking up the loose grass. And the wheat harvest is going on over there right now at the other field, and I need to get a trailer over there to unload it. Maybe. If it's going to hit that max amount. I think it might. Looking at it, we're already at 75%, so yeah, it's probably going to definitely hit that max amount. Let me get a trailer over here so it doesn't have much downtime. All done with the wheat harvest now. We ended up with a total of 38,418 liters of wheat. Quite a bit. A lot more than I was expecting. I don't really know what I was expecting. Maybe 10 to 20,000 liters, but I also haven't done much harvesting on this game, so I don't know. But I'm going to run this trailer into town and complete that job, but I can't use this tractor because this tractor cannot unload any trailer. I got to use a different tractor, or I got to use a truck. I'm not sure if my truck can pull this. I'm going to give it a try though. And yes, it appears my truck cannot pull this trailer. I need a better truck. All right, got a little problem here. I need to go unload that wheat, but I got these two tractors that cannot unload anything, because as soon as I hit the unload button, it automatically unloads the fuel, and it will unload whatever's in the saddlebag too. So it just drives me crazy. I accidentally do it all the time. I hit unload, and it shuts the tractor down and has just little invisible fuel tanks kind of sitting off to the side. It's ridiculous. So I'm getting kind of tired of these tractors. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of one of them. This one right here has got 6.6 hours. It's the one that doesn't have the liquid fertilizer in it. That's why I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. I just need to jump in, make sure I get rid of the right one, because I could tell on the bottom which one's which. Can't tell by the picture. Let's go ahead and sell. $238,000, pretty good money, and that's going to give me enough money to buy another one of the tractors that I currently have, probably. I am running this medium tractor. I mean, it goes up 249 horsepower. It does the job. It does the job I need it to, at least. I don't know if I want to get one of those or go larger. And this is the one that's giving me the problem. It's got 886 horsepower. That's the reason I got it. I wanted something with a lot of horsepower. This is one I'm going to go with. It's $234,000. I even get a little American flag on top. Pretty sweet. I mean, 435 horsepower, not my max, but I do have one up there pretty high if I do have anything I really need to pull. Usually a plow or seeder is requiring a bunch of horsepower, but this should do the job either way. Hopefully this works with no issue. Let's go ahead and buy it. And just for a little test run before I take this over there, I'm going to load this up with some water, and then I'm going to unload it right here, make sure it actually unloads just the water. And looks like it did. Okay, that works out great. Let's go ahead and get that trailer of wheat and get it sold. Oh, look at there, driving by that Case White Eye, Red Eye, White Eye building. Kind of weird how they do that. I think this is where I sell it. I mean, the green thing is right over here on these silos, so I'm guessing this is probably it right here. So we'll go ahead and unload. Hopefully this works. They don't need much. They only need like 12,000 liters. Yep, 12,000 liters. It's gone. I'm gonna go ahead and empty it all though, because I really need the money. 18,775 plus a $1,200 environmental score reward. So that's gonna help out a good amount, I think. And we have a huge canola field to go ahead and harvest also, which should give me some pretty good money too. Now that I got an actual empty trailer that I can load crop into, I'm gonna be able to start this canola harvest. I could have started it before, but it's not even gonna make it around to Headland before it gets filled up. I know that. At least I don't think it will. Now that all the grass is picked up, I finally have this forage wagon free and able to use, so I'm going to go ahead and use it to pick up the straw. And I'm just going to store the straw for now, and once it comes around to whenever I can sell it, then I'll sell it. Or the contract at least. Let's see here. What do I got? I need 75,000 liters on the level 2. Basically, once I get done with the sorghum here, I'll be able to do this one. I don't have to wait till next year to do it. I could do it right away, and the chickens, they will sell automatically. Main thing is I hope I get 75,000 liters here. If I don't, then I'll have to wait till next harvest. Yes, I do have some straw for my chicken coop. It's not going to be used for that contract, basically, because I bought that. I need to actually make this stuff. for that VIP contract that the mayor gave me. Now, previously I did get a second roller, so I was going to set this up on 2 rollers on the field at the same time. So I changed up the horseplay a little bit here. I could do one on the left, one on the right. I don't have an available tractor quite yet, but once the fertilizing gets done on this field, I'll have a free tractor to go ahead and start rolling on the right side. Just trying to speed it up some. It looks like we do have almost 150,000 liters of straw. I'm going to go ahead and go around the edges and pick up what missed. We have 157,000 liters total of straw. Got all the edges kind of picked up. It misses it on the corners. That's fine. I mean, I ain't out there manually doing it, so saves me some time while I could do other stuff. I haven't unloaded the cedar yet. Let's go ahead and get that done. There we go. Looks like there's quite a bit inside there. I mean, I guess they just came out as Euro pallets for the seeds and quite a bit of seed in there. But I'll be able to use that stuff for my new cedar that I got, and this one's ready to go ahead and sell. One thing I'm going to try to do better is be a little less wasteful, I guess. Get the stuff out of there before I sell it. Stuff like that. I think the best thing to do would be take this to the shop and sell it there for a better price, but I'm not going that far. 12,000 for that. 26, almost 27,000 for this. So that's some good little money. Puts us up at $60,000, which is great, and we'll be able to use it for something. Man, some stuff keeps getting blocked. Now, I do have this harvester set up to come over and unload automatically into this trailer, which has been doing great for me because I haven't had to do anything over here while I run around and doing other things. But we've already broke 100,000 liters, as you can tell down the bottom, quite a bit, and I think we got quite a bit more harvest to go. So might fill up this whole trailer with 200,000 liters. Now that I got another tractor available, I'm going to go ahead and set it up on the right side of the roll-in on this course play. Hopefully they don't run into each other because I kept having that issue with the fertilizing in the roller that's already on the field. But you can see where the roller already hit. I mean, obviously there's a lot of overlap here because I set it on a high overlap so I don't miss any, mainly on the edges. That's the idea behind it. It didn't fill all the way up yet, but I'm going to go ahead and unload it now, or it does fill all the way up because that harvester is still going. I got a feeling we're going to pass 200,000, but I come over here to the silo at the end and see how much we got total in canola. All done with the canola harvest, dumping the last of it in there right now. Let's see how much we got. It says we have 223,569 liters of canola. That is quite a bit. I mean, that was a pretty big field. Kind of thought I'd get a lot there. Let's see what that value is, actually. I love this time-saving stock check mod. It's amazing. So we'll go to canola here, and it says I got a value of 241,000 right now. Max sell time is 358,000. Holy cow, I was thinking about selling it now, but I don't know. Extra $100,000 if I could just wait till December. I should probably wait. I mean, it is saying best sell price is going to be, well, is the Northern Railroad, and I can't use that anyways. Let's see what the sell everything is. Oh, wow, the sell everything's down quite a bit. Well, that's what happens whenever you got corruption inside Frontier. They lower the prices everywhere and limit me where I can sell, and I can sell it for a profit, I guess. Well, I ain't too happy about that, but what can we do? I think I might be participating in some illegal activities this episode. So let's find out. Well, you may be wondering why everything's green. After I left y'all there a second ago, I had a little meeting with the food factory, and they told me that the prices have went way up inside the wall, and they are willing to pay me extra to make a delivery here in the middle of the night. Of course, this is illegal, and I am going to be bootlegging to help Frontier. Now, I wish the night vision goggles worked while I was inside here, but I guess they don't. Fun fact, driving with night vision goggles is a little difficult. There's really no depth perception to it, but I mean, you get used to it if you've never done it before. My personal favorite is actual thermal. I preferred the thermal goggles or scopes more than I did the night vision. We're going to load this up completely full with canola. We planted that canola field for the food factory. I honestly kind of forgot all about it until he stopped by asking about it. So we're going to fill this all the way up, 200,000 liters, and he's going to give us a lot better deal than we could even get at this sell everything that we have. But the thing is, even with the better deal he's going to pay us, it's still a lot less than what the mayor raised the prices to. So I saw that coming. All that corruption that's inside the wall there is getting out of hand. We might have to do a little more than grow fields just to save Frontier. Looking like a revolution might be happening. Might be a little hard to tell, but I'm going to try to use that little side entrance we've been using. Hopefully it's open. I've never tried to drive through it at nighttime, but we'll find find out in a minute. Looks like over here at gate 2, this is the one I've been using, kind of a side entrance I've been using to go in and out to basically save me some time from going through the checkpoints. I mean, they open it up during the day for me, but I guess at nighttime they close it down. And they do have security cameras up there watching, so I did turn off the lights and went to night vision goggles. I think there might be a way in down there past right around the corner of that wall there. I'm gonna drive over there, check that out, and we'll see if we can make it in. Yeah, I really don't know why this is not secured better, but the train does roll through here and it is pretty open. From what I understand, I've heard a lot of people sneak in through here. This is the way they've kind of gotten to Frontier. But I mean, we are kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's not like we got to worry about people walking in all the time. But let's go ahead and try to get inside there, keep the lights off. I mean, they do got these areas pretty heavily guarded with security cameras, if not people nearby, but I don't know. They don't got no guard station set up here. Oh, there's a train. Oh man, that was about to be bad. Okay, let's get over to the food factory now. Hopefully we have no other issues. I'm gonna turn the lights on so I act normal, act like I know what I'm doing. As you can tell, it's kind of dead out here on the streets. Hopefully I'm allowed to be out here driving at night. I never really drove at nighttime now that I think about it. Well, as you may be able to tell, I didn't make it very far. Turns out you're not exactly allowed to drive around town at night unless you got one of the jobs that require you to. I mean, I don't think I necessarily do being a farmer, but I told them it was an emergency and I ran out of chicken food for my chickens. Something happened. I don't know. They just were going crazy out there in this barn and told him I had to rush into town to get a large delivery of chicken feed. And he didn't really believe me. I told him to take it up with the mayor. I told him I'm running Operation Saving the Frontier right now. So he said he's going to take it up with the mayor in the morning, but no telling whether or not that's going to come to backfire on me, but we'll figure it out whenever we get to it. He gave me a little permit saying I can drive around at nighttime, and if I get pulled over again, that will just hand that to them. Basically, he's taking care of it. Here we are now over here at the food factory dropping off all the canola. The owner is here also helping me out, and I told him to turn off all these lights, but I guess he can't. There are a few people in there working right now. Hopefully they don't come out here. They are pretty excited to get all this canola though. It's going to help them quite a bit with their production, and I mean, it's a lot cheaper. But I made $313,687 plus a $31,965 environmental score reward. So good money for me, and I'm helping him out, which is great. I'm just gonna head back out the main gate, that way I don't seem like I'm doing anything else illegal. I guess the best thing to do is just act natural, act like you know what you're doing, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the morning whenever the mayor probably comes by and asks me what the heck I was doing. I think I got a good excuse for why I was at the food factory, but we'll see if it's good enough for him. I got cameras all over this place. Hopefully we can get away with this. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, getting some knock at the door here. I think I know who that is. I kind of slept in. I mean, it was up pretty late. Let's see if I can get rid of this guy. Well, that went a lot better than I thought it would. He asked me what I was doing, obviously, in the middle of the night. I took him out there, showed him some issues with the chickens, and something was going on with the food. There was something inside the food, not necessarily the food got stolen, I guess, or they just ran out. There was some sort of bugs and pests all throughout the food, so I had to replace it, and they were just going crazy. They woke me up all the way from that chicken inn all the way over here to where I'm sleeping at. And I don't know if he believed that really, and then he started asking why I was at the food factory. I told him they had some chicken food for me, some leftover wheat from some stuff. They were going to help me out. And then, of course, he wanted to know what I was doing to help them out. Camera showed I went in with a load of something in the back of the trailer, came back with a little bit in the back of the trailer. I told him it's none of his dang business. Nah, I told him it was just a little trade. Called the owner of the food factory, and he told me we could do a little trade. He needs some canola pretty bad. I needed some fresh chicken food here, and I need these chickens for the VIP contract that the mayor has me doing. So he kind of backed off me there since he knew I was working towards that. I was a little upset, and I mean, I told him I didn't break any of the rules he set forward. I didn't sell to them. I just did a trade. So he basically told me I need to stay outside the wall. Don't be going back in there anymore. And that's not good. I don't like that at all. Also, he was asking me how I got inside the wall. Because I decided to go outside the gate on my way out, and they didn't have any footage of me coming in the gate. I told them I came in through the gate, Guess something must have happened with the security cameras. Maybe he bought that story. Maybe they got issues with security cameras that I don't know about, but I think he bought it. He's off my back now. He's gone. He didn't seem too mad about it. Seemed like a simple trade. And then he was asking for me to send in the levels of crop that I have from my last harvest, which, as you know, are not good because we just got rid of 200,000 liters. So I got to send those numbers over to his office later today, and he told me to bring the numbers over. So I'm going to go over there, check the fill levels, see where we're at right now. Tell him we ain't got much. Of course, I'm going to give him a little bit of a fake number, but I'll tell him the harvest was horrible. I don't know. Just tell him the crops ain't growing that good out here. We'll see if he buys that. We are at 23,569 liters of canola. And yeah, that's not looking good. I'm going to head into town, meet with the mayor real quick, and see if I'm still alive. Well, that meeting went a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, a lot better than I thought it would. Mayor, he's definitely upset at the low levels there. I told him the ground out here is not very fertile. It's going to take a couple of harvests and to actually get some good yields off these fields. And he bought it. I mean, yeah, he bought it, I guess. Maybe. We'll find out if I survive the night, I guess. Now we're heading back into the farm now, and I got a field to harvest. Let's see here. Right up here, straight ahead, is the sorghum field. And I did talk to him about that because he told me to not go inside the wall anymore, but I'm supposed to make a delivery of this. Let's take a look at that. Supposed to deliver 10,000 liters of sorghum to Johnson's Farmers Market. He told me I can do the VIP order contracts. That's the only time I should be coming inside the wall, and never again at nighttime. Any emergency like that should be able to wait, and he actually gave me his personal number. I guess all the money I'm making him is kind of making him like me more, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he did seem pretty generous. Well, a harvester's off and going, and there is no swath dropping with sorghum, so a little downer there, I guess. Kind of hoping I could get a little more straw, but oh well. I'll get the sorghum, get it delivered, and then we will be done this year just in time. Coming up on this deadline, supposed to have everything delivered by next month for that level 1. Take another look at that. So this year I got to do the level 1. Next year I got to have the level 2 complete, and then year after that level 3, year after that level 4. Now I will most likely be getting some of these done early. This level 2 one I could probably finish before the deadline next year, and I'm going to go ahead and start working towards this level 3, as in I'm going to be planting some barley and some soybeans. Here we are with our harvest from the sorghum. We got 67,000 liters. We're heading in town right now to sell it to the farmers market. I did call the mayor, let him know I need to come into town to complete that contract. It is sorghum over to the Johnson's farmer market, only 10,000 liters, but he doesn't need to know I'm probably profiting off the rest of it. I should probably just sell 10,000 and save the rest of it for best sell time, but I'll go ahead and sell it all now. I can use the money. Just pulled in now, got done talking with the owner there. He told me to pull around back and unload. There's some special music kind of playing here. Hopefully it doesn't get flagged on YouTube, but we'll find out. Current VIP order was completed. That's $28,100 from that. And now this harvest income was $41,763. Plus a $4,272 environmental score reward. That's pretty nice. We are now on to level 2, which is due in September of next year. But there's an issue here that I just noticed that I'm going to need to address, because if I don't plant something now, I won't be able to complete the contract in 2 years from now. Well, actually, you know what? Might I not even be able to complete the contract 4 years from now. I just got done having a meeting with all my farm managers back in my farm here inside the wall, and they told me I'm doing a horrible job. Now, they recommended I should start expanding the farm more, but we don't have much money. $461,000. All that land out there costs quite a bit. And they also mentioned probably getting into some oil. I mean, hey, why not oil? I mean, it's quite a bit out there. Oil pumps are all out there, and I mean, they do cost quite a bit of money. We don't exactly have the money for it, but they did tell me a easy way of making some money would be transporting all the sand and dirt. So looks like I might be getting into that today, but we got quite a bit to do, and we also talked out quite a bit of plans for our contracts for the mayor. Let's take a look at that. We do have roosters at 3 months old right now. They're going to be coming up on 11 months, and then they'll sell automatically. Lettuce, we got 150,000 liters of straw. So this is all complete. Just waiting for those roosters to age, and then I get the rest of it sold. We have tomatoes. I need to plant soybeans and barley. Now, good thing this soybeans is 3 years from now. On year 3 is when it's due, because we wouldn't have made it. The harvest is after the due date, and then we need to start looking into getting some pigs and sheep on the farm and planting some trees for the wood. And looks like the mayor just gave me a new list here. We got mare, female we need to get. it, 4 of them. Straw, solid fertilizer, rams, lettuce, and cotton. Oh well, that's all the stuff we got to do. He just updated that list. I did hear a little bit of a rumor about a bunch of sand being out here in this direction, so I'm gonna go out here and check it out. Oh, looky there. On our way out here, we saw this little collectible thing. Let me check this out real quick, see how much money we get. Quite a bit of money in that barrel. I'm surprised there's no lid on it, but oh well. 650,000. That put us at 1.1 million. We're gonna get into that black gold oil. We're gonna need $2 million. So we got to come up with another $900,000 maybe this month or so. I'm not too sure if that's gonna happen. It's not looking like it. But over here is just a ton of sand, and then eventually it turns into dirt. There's a lot over here, so quite a bit here. I got an idea for this. Got to spend some money though. Got to spend money to make money, I guess. This is also the month I need to plant. And I'm going to go ahead and return this planter seeder here. It's not a direct drill. I was going to cultivate, but I'm going to try to avoid that. I think I got a bigger one that's going to work out quite a bit better. Looking at this one here, it is wider. Might hold more. Don't know. It's got some liquid fertilizer in it, which is pretty good, I guess. I can use that with my larger tractors to expand that tank capacity. And it seems like the liquid fertilizer doesn't run out as fast. I have tried this in the past. It did not do a direct drill, but Rambo Hacker Gamer helped me out there and got the XML file out of it, so it should work now as direct drill. Even though it says it sees directly, it didn't work in the past. Maybe just a little file mess up there. But let's go ahead and buy this thing. You know, due to the fact that I'm kind of worried it might not still work, I'm going to go ahead and lease it. Before I get started with the planting, I want to go ahead and get it all limed up and going. While I got this worker over here liming, I'm going to head back over to that sand and dirt area and start working on that. And we'll see how I get everything set up over there in just a minute. Found this truck on sale. It is 23% off, but altogether here I did upgrade the engine, of course, 1500 horsepower. So we're looking at 119,000. I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Can't lease it because it's in the sell area. Let's go ahead and buy this. I got the rigid set up. That way I could put like a dump trailer on the back of it for all that sand. And this should be the dumper that goes with it. I am going to go with the unreal capacity, 82,000. Wait, hold on. 820,000 liters. Holy cow, I wasn't expecting that. Let's go ahead and buy this for $18,000. And I'm going to go ahead and go with this type of belt system thingy that I usually use for something like this, I guess. This should just pick up the sand and dirt and drop it right into the back of that truck for me. $18,500 will buy that. I was thinking about going with the wheel loader, but I really didn't want to put in that much work, I guess. I think I got to buy the land first. I'm really starting to think this is not going to be worth it and a huge mistake. Well, let's go with $807,000 for this piece of land. Oh, man. Yeah, let's buy it. Oh, yep, looks like I did. I had to buy it, and now it's dropping right into the truck there. Little trick here, there is kind of an easy way to do it. Just use the truck to back up into it, and then all you got to do is get lined back up and just keep filling up and up and up. So I'll back it up as that runs out, that little area, and then I'll pull forward and get it loaded up. So let's get all this loaded up, see how much we end up with. Well, I know it's going to be quite a bit of liters, but let's see how much money we make from it. Hopefully it's worth it. I mean, we are down to $116,000. Got a feeling it's not going to be worth it. I'm really surprised the reach it's got. I haven't moved yet, and it's still grabbing from all the way back there in the back. You can kind of see how it's disappearing. I'm afraid to move because I don't think it should be picking that far up back there, but it's working. I'm going to sit here until this thing stops. If it could just take everything from this whole entire area, that would be amazing. And there we go. Got this direct drill finally set up correctly, and looks like I left the tanks open, but oh well. Let's see if this is working out perfect or not. Nitrogen levels perfect, pH value perfect. I mean, I did just go through liming before I did this. So yeah, that's working now. I guess mod I downloaded just had a little bit of an issue in the XML file, but easy fix and got it going. I'm really happy about that. Kind of interested in trying to probably speed up this whole sand thing. I'm going to buy it, another one for $18,500. I don't know if I'm going to run it to a different trailer or just set it up with that truck right back there. Yeah, something kind of like this where I'm going to have two of them going at once. Hopefully this obviously will probably speed it up some. One of them's almost completely out. That's why it keeps going and stopping, going and stopping, stopping and going. Let me get it repositioned and keep this thing filling up. I'm trying to talk myself out of buying like 10 of these things. We are finally completely full, and yes, I do have 3 of them now. Lucky I don't have like 100 of them. Let's go get this sold, see how much money we make. I mean, it's 820,000 liters, but I'm not going to sell it quite yet. I'm going to set up another trailer to start receiving some of that sand or dirt. That way it doesn't slow down my production, I guess. Now, this one only holds 200,000 liters, so it should go a little bit faster as far as filling up. I got the truck on its way back over to the sell everything. That is the only place we are allowed to sell, so we'll see how much money we make off that full truckload here in just a second. But man, I'm just watching how fast that liter count goes up. That's pretty nice. I like that. Pulling in to sell everything now. Hopefully this goes here, or I can sell it here. And no, I can't. Wait a second. There we go. Just had to switch something up there. This better be good money, because I'm really starting to think this was a huge mistake. I mean, I don't see it being good money, but there's a lot of it, so maybe it'd be good money down the road, but this was definitely a mistake. $74,832 plus a 7,660 environmental score reward, and I hit the wrong button. Not sure if that was worth it or not. And this one's already filled up, and something needs to be refilled. Probably my cedar. It's still going. And yes, it is. I actually ran out of seeds. Looks like on my last strip here. But you might be able to tell right over there, quite a bit of it's getting missed whenever it takes off with the worker at least. I'll have to go through and fix all that. Not too big of a deal. It's not that much. Now, I do have some seeds left over from whenever I sold my last cedar. Now, the one I just returned, I didn't empty it out. I should have, but I emptied out my other one that I had to start with, and there should be some in here, and looks like there is. Hopefully there's enough to fill this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and top off my fertilizer while I'm here. Got this trailer full back over. It's only 200,000 liters. I mean, it's gonna give me some money. I mean, definitely don't think I'm gonna make my return on that land. I'm not sure. I mean, if you want to count the collectible, yeah, I guess I will. There we go. $18,251 plus a $1,868 environmental score reward. This cedar is done. I did miss quite a bit. I'm gonna go through and go ahead and touch all those up real quick, and probably go ahead and get the corners also. You can see how it misses right over there. I mean, that's pretty normal whenever I do rounded edges. I guess I'll go ahead and fix it up, maybe get a little bit better harvest out of this. We were planting the barley here, and soybeans are not up to plant yet. That's gonna be in April, so we got quite a ways to go there. I do have 2 other fields. I'm gonna probably save those for the soybeans. Completely done planting. I should have went ahead and bought this cedar. It just didn't cross my mind until after I was done. I leased it because I wanted to make sure it actually worked. But now we got to roll, so let's go ahead and get hooked up and do that. No, this is just an accident waiting to happen. No way. I guess it cleared it. I was really kind of concerned about that. I mean, it's totally missing the bed, but I guess it's working. I don't know. We got a whole nother load of dirt. Or sand, I guess. Let's go ahead and empty that in here. See how much money we make. Should be about the same as last time, I think. Got a total of $74,832 plus a $7,660 environmental score reward. Now we're up to $227,000. I think if I clear all that out, it would be worth it. But that will also take hours and hours to do. So this was definitely a bad idea. Yes, this was a $1 million mistake for sure. Well, now I got 4 of them going. So yeah, this is taking forever. Do have this trailer full of sand, 200,000 liters. Let's see how much money we make off of it. $18,251 plus a $1,868 environmental score reward. I need $2 million. Well, roller's all done on this field, but like all great workers that I hire, they end up missing some. So let me go around, fix all that up, then I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the next month and do a grass harvest. Coming in with another load of sand, $72,843 plus the $7,471. That really threw me off with that only being 7,000 on the top number. Oh, I was worried. I mean, this right here was probably the dumbest thing I could have done. I do apologize. I'm sorry. But I think I might have a fix for this. Let me try something real quick. I contacted Farm Sim Universe. He has a video that he did on this map where he went through picking up all the sand, and he had a pretty interesting mod that seemed to get the job done really fast. So let's see if I can find it in here and put it to some good use. This is one I'm going to go with. It's a forage. I don't know what it is. It's a mod from Papa Smurf or something like that. Smurfinator modding, I guess, is what it's called. I had to sign up with an email and stuff like that through them to get this mod. It's free, I guess. Well, I did some options and it's $2,200. I'll deduct some money because I don't know, it just seems kind of weird being free. I'll deduct 100,000. I mean, I got a feeling this is going to save me a lot of time. I'll deduct 100,000 if it works. Let's put it that way. There, went ahead and turned it on. Let's see if it works and picks up this sand. From what I understand, it was supposed to, he said he didn't edit any files directly in it, but it doesn't look like it's working So this is not good. Well, I came over here to the grass field and tested it out, and it seems to work for the grass. I guess it just doesn't work for the sand. I thought he had to edit something in the XML file, and I asked him, and he said nope. So I asked him again, so I'll see if I can get an answer on this or not. That turned out to totally not work right now, but I'm not going to give up on it. I saw somebody else use it. I think I can figure it out. I just need a little help. But I am giving up on something else. Let's go look at that. Well, I give up. I am going to sell off all these auger pipe thingies, conveyors, whatever they're called. And I think I'm going to keep the dump truck. Why not? I could definitely use it. I could change it into a regular semi-truck and use it. Yeah, no, I'm definitely just going to call it quits on this, get everything sold, including the land. Let's get that sold, because that's where most of my money went, is into that land, and I am very disappointed in it. So we'll sell this for $807,000. If I figure out how to get that one wagon to work or pickup thing to work, I'll revisit this. I just don't exactly have time to constantly sit there and refill with those pipes. I mean, I could just park it and let it do its thing, but I have to check on it quite a bit because it runs out. It's not exactly the best setup, and I'm gonna go ahead and get all this sold. We'll see how much money we make from both these. They're not full. I mean, there is quite a bit inside this truck. 513,000 liters. That's a lot. Now, it's not a lot of money, I guess. Coming up on that sold right there, that's $46,879 plus a $4,809 environmental. And then I got the other one right behind me. I got the follow me mod going right now, so I got a worker following me, and I'll go ahead and get rid of that worker and sell this. This also wasn't full all the way. It had 134,000 liters, so I mean, quite a bit still. I probably should just stop them off before selling the land, but I didn't want to wait for it. $12,282 plus a $1,260. Now I'm going to, I don't know, chalk this up as a huge L, huge loss, and just try not to ever talk about it again. I'm just kidding. Last episode, I was really trying to get to make it oil or whatever it is. I don't know. I haven't done it, and I don't know exactly what to do. It costs $2 million to buy one of these pumps out here, and I'm not even sure what all I need for them, but I really want to try it out. And I'm not giving up on that goal. We're at 1.1, almost $1.2 million right now. I might be able to get up there, maybe. Time to sell off all the belt systems and that new wagon I got, wherever it's at. Oh, right here. Mods by Papa Smurf. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere. I had to go to my mods and DLC list and found it right there. We'll go ahead and sell off the stuff that was over there, wasting space. We'll see how much money I end up with. I mean, it's probably not going to be much at all. We're at $1,251,000. I guess that's pretty good. I just need another $750,000 to get to that $2 million. I don't know if I got anything to sell. I'm sure I got some stuff to sell, but I'm trying to wait till best sell time. Well, I'm out looking for some buried treasure, I guess, but I noticed all these trees out here. I wonder if, I mean, they're completely dead, but I wonder if I can get wood off of them. We got spruce, diameter 0.6, so it says it's spruce. Didn't say dead wood. I might be able to actually get wood off of that because I do have wood I need to provide to the city. But yeah, let me keep driving around, see if I can find some buried treasure. This one's actually kind of close to this tree over here, so now we got a floating tree. Well, let's go ahead and collect it. Hopefully it's a big one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. $60,000. God. I didn't see any other ones driving over here. This is like the last corner, and I'm not going to look it up. I do know there's one inside the rock collecting or rock. There's like a rock pile inside the wall somewhere. I know there's one there. I saw that during the map review. Man, I was not expecting that low of a number. But oh well. Let me keep driving around while I got the worker on the grass field still working away. See if I can find something else. There's got to be something else out here. Oil is probably out of the picture for this episode. I mean, we're only sitting at 1.3 million, and I didn't notice anything else while driving back. And then my worker got done, so I sent the truck back on its own while I took care of this worker. So yeah, it's not looking good, but I think I got a little bit of work I need to do to these fields. The big field number 2, it needs to be herbicide, I guess. Weeds need to be taken care of. And I don't have anything for that yet. I'm gonna go with this sprayer right here. It does say Kubota on it, but I'm able to change out the colors. It does have that weed spot spraying, which is great and something I wanted. $132,300, quite a bit. There's some smaller options, but I mean, I'm just gonna go big. I don't do anything cheap. Let's go ahead and buy it. And I should probably start looking at paying off some of my leases also. Sprayer is off and going, and I want to do it right now because it allows all tires and tracks. So I don't think I got any tractors with narrow tires. Oh, go ahead and knock it out now. Well, I'm not 100% sure what this is. I think these green ones might be the, let's see here, recyclable trash maybe? There's a little bit of money to be made there. Don't know if I'll do it or not, but there's the metal to metal. I remember seeing some metal ones out there. I'll check that out probably too. And I need some money. Let's go ahead and do it. Well, it looks like I got some metal loaded up along with some of the trash cans, probably cycles. I am not sure where I sell this, but I'll figure it out in just a minute. Let me look that up. Looks like they go to two different places. The green recycling bins, they go over to the recycling center. That makes perfect sense. And then the metal, they go over somewhere else. Let's see here. I guess I can take a look at that. The metal and limestone factory. I guess that makes perfect sense too. Let me get this stuff delivered, see if this is even worth it. Looks like I just go over this unload trigger here and it starts unloading, which is good. I had a hard time getting in that gate there, especially with that one hanging off. But that was $528 plus the $67. So those green ones, no, definitely not worth it. Metal ones, maybe? Let's go get those delivered, figure out if these are worth it or not. All right, I just heard something. Oh, what in the world? How am I supposed to get that? I think I can figure it out. Hey, here we go. Now, I don't know if this was the correct way to do this or not, but I did it. That's $250,000. That's definitely going to help out a lot. I mean, that one right there should be like a couple of million. Jeez. This herbicide sprayer thing is all done. Didn't use up much. This was a 15,000 liter capacity. We're down to 14,042 liters, so about 1,000 liters. Like I said, I could have used something a lot smaller. It doesn't use much herbicide. I don't know. I just like to waste my money. Pulling in now to sell all this metal. Hopefully it works out great. Let's find out. And it's just going to go down 1 liter at a time. Oh, I guess it's doing like sheets of metal at a time. That's pretty cool. There it goes. $13,175 plus $1,686. I mean, that ain't bad for just driving, I guess, but it's definitely not the best money either. Let me go get another load of metal, see how much I can actually fit on this trailer. It was kind of all wonky. I had other stuff on there. I want to see if I can fit more than just two, and probably get a different tractor too, get one of my stronger ones. Apparently I left my trailer here. No, there ain't no apparently about it. I left my trailer parked right over here. Right here, I left my trailer, took my tractor in, got this. I was looking at getting a flatbed on the back, but it doesn't auto-load the recycling at all, so I left it with the dump truck. And I guess this happened while I was gone. Yeah, no, that ain't good. There's a few reasons I went with this instead of the tractor. Main ones is, I mean, you know what, I'll just go over all of them. A lot more horsepower, 1,500-ish horsepower on this thing. Yeah, a lot more horsepower. Higher top speed, so I'm already going a lot faster than any of my tractors could go right now. And I did have an idea of using a flatbed for the recyclings because that's a tight fit getting back in there. But I couldn't get any flatbed that did the auto load feature. I could manually load it, I guess. Oh well, I ain't too worried about that. Now, I'm just going to work on that metal right now, and we're going to get Frontier cleaned up. I think I decided. That's our mission for this episode, get Frontier cleaned up. Now, in the previous episodes, I did mention that the mayor did not want me in town, and I already contacted him and let him know that I was coming. Basically, I can come into town anytime I want, I just gotta let him know. That's why he gave me his number in the past. That did not work out at all. It went up into that semi and everything. Oh, man. Let's see if I can figure this out. And no, I can't figure it out. Yeah, it's not looking good. Doesn't appear to auto load very good up on this thing, and I'm about to flip over there. I don't know how I got it on there the last time. I mean, it was ugly looking, but two of them got on there. I had to go ahead and manually load these, and it's still really ugly, even though I just did it by hand. Maybe try out a different trailer? I might do that. Someone did mention using a mulcher roller at the same time while using precision farming, because the rolling does nothing except gets it into the next grass stage. But I guess a roller mulcher will give it a bonus, a yield bonus, and it will get it in the next growth stage because it's rolled. I'm going to try this out. Don't know if this will work. Don't even know if this is the right mod for it. 142,000. Let's go ahead and buy it. Thing is, after doing a little bit of research, looked like the mulching didn't give a bonus at all. I guess there was something wrong. From what I've heard and what a few people have told me is there's something wrong with the mulching option inside precision farming. Yeah, that has not gotten fixed yet, and it didn't give any bonus, but oh well. I'm gonna roll it anyways, so if there's a possibility of me getting another bonus, I'm gonna give it a try. That is off and going. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting any extra bonus or not. 125% seems to be the same as what I was getting with the regular roller. Maybe it's giving me an extra percent, because I don't ever remember seeing it be exactly perfect. But I mean, if I can get a little bit extra out of it, why not? And plus I'm rolling anyways. You may be able to tell what I'm doing here. I'm changing up that semi, gonna try a different trailer because that other one doesn't seem to be working that good. So $57,300 for this one. Let's go ahead and buy it. For the moment of truth, let's see how this works. And that is a big fat no. See, the other issue is whenever I just try to put it on there by hand, it's still wanting to load up there, even though the auto load's not on. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Driving over here to pick up some more of this metal, I believe just right over there. You can kind of see it underneath that carport. I think that's some of the metal I can pick up, but I heard some beeping. Let me look around for a second. And here it is. Now, I guess this is going to be buried also, so let's go ahead and dig it up. We'll go ahead and get this. It's going to give us $500,000. Maybe I don't need to clean up Frontier. I mean, maybe if I just keep driving around acting like I clean up Frontier, I can find some more of those. And then once I get $2 million, I'll be good to go. But I'm thinking these up here might be some. I guess the easy way to tell is just for me to walk up to them and tell me in the bottom right. It says owned by you, yes. Now the whole auto load thing definitely is not working, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. Actually, hand. And you see that? It threw it all the way up there on the front. Why can't it throw it on the back? Come on. So no matter what I try, it's just gonna keep going to the front. You know, flying down the road here with just a couple wheels on the ground. This is totally not safe. I'm doing 80-some miles an hour, and this is my turn right here. Oh man, that was dumb. It's not stopping. I am still holding the brakes. Whoa. Yeah, let me try to get back over there. That did not work out at all. And nope, definitely didn't work out at all. Somehow I finally made it all the way over here. This is not looking pretty. Let's see if I get it all sell in one little pass. That was $26,406 plus a $3,379. Now I definitely don't think it's worth it at all, especially after that, and the auto load part does not seem to be working. I'm gonna check this out. I highly doubt this is ones I own. Oh, I own it. I'll just go ahead and pick you up and carry you over here. Let me get all these sold real quick. I want to see how much I make for this. I think I know what's going on there. I think those are registering as a regular pallet, maybe like a Euro pallet. So the very center of those pallets are trying to load right here, which is putting the front part all the way up there. And then they're just trying to load in direct behind each other. And they're not registering as a whole lot bigger than a regular pallet. That's in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. And there's probably something out there that can load those a lot easier. But the thing that gets me is I don't understand why it's doing it automatically. I don't have the auto load feature turned on whenever I was trying to put it on there by hand, and it kept loading up on the front automatically, which is not good. Hey, there's another one right over there. I'm gonna give up on it. I need another $250,000. I think I can find it elsewhere. Let's see if we can do it. We have 1.6 million liters of silage. Now, this is not the best sell time, but I'm gonna go ahead and load up 200,000 liters, see how much money I make out of there. The silage right here says I have 530,000 as my max value right now. Best sell time would be 555. So I am losing $25,000 if I sell it all right now, but I'm not gonna sell it all. I just want to sell enough to get me over that 2 million so I can buy that oil rig, oil processing thing, whatever it's called. Oil extraction. There we go. I knew that. All that sold $62,930 plus $8,054. That's not enough. I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times. Ooh. Okay, let me get up to over $2 million selling the silage, and then we're gonna buy us the oil extraction. We're almost there. That would be 600,000 liters sold already. I'm gonna sell another 200,000 liters to put us up to 800,000 liters of silage sold. I do know that's gonna go well over that $2 million, and that's what I plan on doing because I need a little bit of overage. I'm probably gonna go into the negative as I skip these months, which is not good at all. Here we go, last of it. Well, last I'm gonna sell. 62,944 plus 8,056. Now that puts us at $2,040,000 with some change there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive right across this track and try to beat this train. Totally beat it. I'm a little worried. This obviously takes something to run. It's got this unload point here, maybe sand or dirt, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and buy it. We'll figure it out together. You guys might already know. Oh man, what is that? Drilling equipment? Where do I get drilling equipment? Oh my gosh, this was a horrible idea. How much does drilling equipment cost me if I just buy it? I mean, 1,000 liters ain't too bad, I guess. Okay, let me try to figure out where I get drilling equipment from. Here it is, $10,000 for 10,000 liters. Now I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, get it delivered out here. I did read something that said maybe you can make it somewhere. That's probably obviously a better deal, but I don't exactly have that type of time or money, but I'm gonna buy 3 of them and get them loaded in there with these 3 because they can hold 30,000 liters. There we go, got all 30,000 liters of drilling equipment in there, and the petroleum's starting to pump out. Now, I don't know how good of a price this petroleum is or if it's really even worth it. I hope it's worth it. And looks like I have to sell everything, which is the highest price on here, but also where I was told I was supposed to sell. And then there's an oil refinery that's a little over $100 less. We got our oil extraction going. Now, this is totally not helping Safe Frontier, I don't think. I can't even come up with a good excuse of why this would be helping Safe Frontier. I was thinking in my head, hey, maybe getting this will help me make more money, which will help me buy more land, but I just spent $2 million on this. I could have bought more land. So there's really no reason for me to get that, except for I really just want to try it out, to be honest with y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I really just want to try it. Yeah, that's the main reason I got that. We're out here on the oil field, I guess, because this is what we're going to feed Frontier, maybe? Nah, I'm just kidding. I really wanted to try this out, so that's kind of how we got here. Now, the thing is, this is oil extraction. This is really bothering me. It says extract petroleum. I don't know if that's correct, because the way I see it, I thought petroleum was the fuel that goes in, not the oil. So this should be extracting oil. I don't know if we turn this into fuel or actual petroleum. I don't know if we do that later on down the road or what. But hey, I don't think we really got anything to do in the month of October anymore. We do need to plant some soybeans this episode. Oh, you know what? I think I got to feed my chickens. Let's look at that. Yes, my chicken food is down to 0, and I am going to stop putting the straw in there because I realize I don't need the straw anymore. And I should give them some food because it's not looking good. We only have 45,000 liters of wheat right now in storage. That's definitely not going to be enough for that chicken coop. I'm probably going to have to look at buying some more, but I kind of wanted to run out again and possibly switch over to barley. After doing my $10 million chicken challenge, I kind of realized barley might be the way to go with the help of some people. It's bright and early. I mean, what better sunrise to see than a sun coming over a wall and a military helicopter just flying around up there watching everybody? I mean, I could think of a lot better sunrise than that. But anyways, I just got a phone call from the farm managers in town, and the prices are going back to normal. So there's been protests inside the wall about the higher prices. I mentioned earlier in the series that the mayor, he jacked up all the prices inside the wall, started paying me less, charging more to the people inside, and I guess it didn't last that long. So we are going back to higher prices for us selling, and it's going to be cheaper for them to buy, if that makes sense. I don't know how that would make sense now that I think about it. You might be able to tell we only have $713. That is not good at all. And we actually sold quite a bit in animals, but we have a huge loan and loan interest, and it's just eating away at our money. But I think I'm gonna have a quick fix for that. Well, not really quick. I'm gonna have to do a little work. First thing I'm gonna start with is selling our eggs. We got, it says $176,000 worth of eggs at the bakery, but we still can't sell at the bakery. We still need to sell to the sell everything. That way the mayor can distribute it out evenly and get it to the people that need it the most, or whoever he feels like giving it to. Hopefully the prices don't go back up and ruin the people inside the wall, but hey, we'll go with this. So 41,000 liters. Let's get that loaded up on a trailer. Where are all my eggs at now that I think about it? I have no idea. Here we go. Got 37,800 liters of eggs on here. This should give us some pretty good money. Let's see how much money we make from this sell. Well, I'll tell you what, that money's going up a lot more than I thought it would. I'm pretty excited about that because we're about to spend a lot of it. Well, invest maybe. $160,367 plus a $20,525. That was a lot better than I thought it would be, and I actually forgot I had this truck and trailer. I was like, oh, what am I going to use to load this up with? And then bam, I found this just sitting underneath the shed. Now, one episode I did make a huge $1 million mistake. We're not going to talk about that, blah, blah, blah. No, but I asked Farm Sim Universe for some help there on what he used to pick up all this sand and dirt, and he sent me a link to one of them, and that turned out not to be the right one, and then later on he sent me a different link, and it turned out being this one. I guess I should have just probably looked at myself a little better, but hey, thank you Farm Sim Universe for that help. Really means a lot, and if any of y'all are on here picking up the sand, highly suggest this. Reach out to Farm Sim Universe. He'll be able to point you in the right direction. $104,500. We'll go ahead and buy that. I mean, they're just winning all our money. This better work. I mean, this better work. I am spending so much money on that sand and dirt pickup. For the moment of truth, I'm just going to drive right across the tracks here. Got it turned on. Let's see if it picks it up. And yes, it does. It is picking it all up. That is amazing. I am so excited about that. And plus, I believe I got a mod, something about pick up anywhere or something like that. And that will allow me to pick up sand anywhere. I do own this particular spot right here. I believe I do, but I don't own the spot across the road here. Let's see if I can pick that up. And yes, I can. So this is going to help us a lot with some income issues. And plus it's going to help clean up Frontier some. We are already full with, what is that, 1 million liters? Yeah, it looks like 1 million liters. Let's get this sold, see how much we'll make from it. I'm pretty excited. I mean, this thing costs a little over $100,000. Hopefully we can make that $100,000 back really quick. Well, that's $149,044 plus the $19,076. That made our money back already right there, plus some. Holy cow, and that was done in like 2 minutes, if that. Yeah, let me pick up some sand. Let's see how much money we can make here. I went ahead and pulled off that sand pickup job and went ahead and jumped ahead another month here. Now, the reason I'm going to hold off on that for right now is because I kind of want to do it whenever I got other tasks going on, I guess. So there's nothing else to do in November. I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of barley. But there's nothing else to do in November, so I went ahead and skipped to December. And there's really nothing to do in December as far as hiring a worker for. I think I'm probably going to skip all the way till April. I just got to feed my chickens real quick and try to keep them alive best I can. Well, 200,000 liters of barley cost me $140,000, almost $141,000. That was a lot of money. I mean, the wheat cost a lot of money last time too. I don't know if barley costs more or not, but I mean, I can always load up a trailer full of sand pretty easily now and get it sold for some money. That's a lot less for me to stress over and worry about. And you know what? I mean, I don't know where any more of those collectibles are. I mean, I'm sure I'll find one driving around town or something, but I got a nice source of income from that sand now, and I'm really wishing I would have known that trick a little sooner. I don't know if I showed this episode, but I should probably try to show it every episode. What we're working towards right now is lettuce, roosters, and straw. Pretty simple. The roosters are going to go automatic. Lettuce, we already have. The straw, we already have. So we can probably go ahead and sell those this episode, and we have to get this all done before next year. What day? Let's see here. September? Yeah, I believe September is my deadline. So September of next year is when all that is due. So pretty simple. It's going to be done as soon as those roosters get old enough to sell themselves. Now in the month of January, with a best sell time for quite a bit of stuff. Well, not really quite a bit, but quite a bit of money worth, I guess. Silage, we got 1.6 million liters, quite a bit, almost $1 million worth there. Well, that's at a Ravenwood farm. We can't go there. And then the straw is up there too, and we will go ahead and complete the straw portion of this contract. I might try out this thing to transport my silage. That way I could make like one trip, well, 2 trips, because it holds 1 million liters. To use this trailer for silage, I need to go ahead and empty it out. So let's empty this out here. See how much money we make. I did go ahead and fill it up to 1 million liters, of course. I'm not no animal. I'm not going to empty a partial load whenever I can make more money. 150,000 and a 19,000. That is oh, a lot more money. And I think, honestly, with the price change, it's helping me a lot more too. That's pretty good. I like that. Now, let's see if I can pull in here. I believe there's no collision on those pieces, and there's not. Let's see if I can load up with silage. Now, that's the next test. I still have 482,000 liters of grass in there. Making silage. At least I think it's making silage. Hey, great news, though. It does take silage, so let's get this filled up all the way. I believe I got like 1.6 million liters. That's going to be 2 trailer fulls. So we're going to get that sold because it is best sell time for the silage. Well, this is a lot more money than I thought it'd be. 575,000, almost 576,000. Plus a 74,000 environmental. Whoa, that is crazy. Quite a bit there. We're up to almost $1 million now, which I'm gonna blow right through that. There's no doubt about that. I make poor financial decisions, and I am gonna blow right through it once it comes around to buying some more land, planting some new fields, stuff like that. And one of the great things about an apocalypse destroying the U.S. is there's no longer a DOT, Department of Transportation, and I could do dumb stuff like this. No, but seriously, I don't use this truck very much, and I really want to just use it for something. So I'm gonna transport this straw into town, 60,000 liters. I think this is straw I actually bought instead of picked up, but I did pick up straw. We all saw it, we know it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell this off because I'm not using it anymore in the chicken coop, and I don't know, just set this pallet off to the side somewhere. But it's got to go somewhere in town. Let's take a look at that. It's got to go to the animal dealer, and I think I know where that's at without tagging it. Let's see if these guards at the gate give me a hard time or not, or let's see if I can even fit through here. You know what, to be honest with you, I got a lot more room than I thought I would have, but I guess that makes sense if I'm coming through here with maybe a semi and tractor on it or something, like a low boy trailer. I just realized something. I'm coming in and the contract is for 75,000 liters of straw, and I only have 60,000 liters here. So this one trip is going to turn into 2 trips, but I'm going to shoot out this exit on this wall over here and head back to the farm and pick up some more and then get over to the animal dealer. I ended up deciding against going back for some more because I'm going to have to put it in a trailer just to put it in this. So while I'm hooked up to that trailer, I'll go ahead and just bring the trailer over. So I'll make 2 trips here. While I'm looking at this, it says says they need 100 roosters at 11 months. Let's see where our roosters are right now. We have roosters here at 8 months. Okay. Hey, good. How many do we have though? Oh, 491. Ooh, quite a bit. Usually I sell off the roosters because they don't do much. I mean, I'm going to need them for this contract. Well, hey, we got paid for that. I forgot all about getting paid for that. $8,872 plus a $1,135. Now we need 14,264 liters of straw brought back over to the animal dealer. And there's no way I'm going to get exactly on that. So we'll have a little extra to sell. But I believe my silage trailer is probably filled up by now and we can get that sold too. And we're going to be breaking $1 million. And I'm sure I'm going to spend over $1 million. We only have about 650,000 liters of silage in this, so not full. And I do got a lot of grass left in that distributor. I can't believe how much grass is left in there. So I'll be making more silage, but that was $378,263 plus $48,414. I believe I'm done with this. So let me check out this production real quick because I wonder why it stopped. Maybe I got full of silage and it stopped, or maybe I just have so much grass it's not filling up. Nope, I got full. Okay, I got full. It just holds 1.6 million liters, 1.65 million liters to be exact. But I got set on storing instead of distributing. I guess I can move it over somewhere else, but it's really not too big of a deal. I'll figure something out for next season, grass season, silage season, or whatever I'm considering it. I'm just gonna go ahead and load up with rest of the straw, get it all sold. I probably shouldn't do that because I need 62,000 here, which I'll get that pretty quickly. 35,000 here. You know what? Yeah, I won't do that. Let's stop that. Maybe I can put some more back. I only need a little over 15,000. Oh my gosh, that went in there really fast. I mean, it fills up really slow, but I'm sitting there really fast. There, I think that'd be enough. 17,000 liters. That will complete that part of the contract. And then I'll start looking at maybe selling off some of the lettuce. We'll get most of that contract done and just wait for those roosters to come of age and get sold automatically. And we won't have to worry about anything for next September. Finally made it over here. This tractor had a hard time going up that hill with all that dirt and everything in there. Well, let's get this sold. I mean, we're gonna make a little money on it. That was $2,513 plus a 321 environmental score reward. Now that part of that VIP order is all done, and all we gotta do is get 4,000 liters of lettuce over to Hotel Central. And you know what? Oh, let me slow down. I'm actually gonna go ahead and open up this and pick this dirt up on my way out of here. I think I can. This is gonna make it a lot easier for me to drive on up in here. And the collision is disabled on those swath thingies, whatever, swath grabbers, so that works out great. I'm just going to fly through here picking up all this dirt. I really like how this map has this dirt on there. Don't get me wrong, I love it. A nice little challenge to getting around, and it gives you the opportunity to like do a little role play type stuff. Hey, I got to clear up this road, stuff like that, set up some construction equipment and do all that. And I really like that, but I don't like driving over it. Let's put it that way. Let's get it cleared up, and that's going to make my trips into the animal dealer a lot easier, a lot smoother. We only had about 450,000 liters of dirt in here. I'm going to go ahead and get it sold off. I do know where some more is where I can pick it up, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. That's $71,089 plus $9,098. Good money just for driving back here. We need to save Frontier by, I don't know, I guess selling this lettuce. And I am really starting to hate this silo thing. I love how it distributes automatically and I don't have to do much with it, but for palleted items, this is the absolute worst. Only 2 of them can come out at a time. I can set it on spawning, but it takes forever to come out. Man, I ain't liking it. But anyways, I do have 4,000 liters of lettuce here, and we'll take a look into our contracts that we need to do, VIP orders. We need 4,000 liters. Go over to Hotel Central. Not bad, easy $27,000, I think. And let me get this all loaded up into that truck, and we'll see if it'll all fit. I mean, you know, seeing about it, I'm gonna make it all fit. And once again, the great thing about America falling apart is, hey, no DOT to tell me I can't do this. And there is an issue. My front tires are starting to come off the ground some, so that might be a little bit of an issue. I just gotta get it over. No, come on. I should really get a trailer. I just gotta get it to the hotel. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I honestly don't even know how that happened. I wasn't even turning. I was just trying to drive straight. Okay, plan B, just shake out all the lettuce pallets of this truck. Toss that truck over there because it didn't work very good. Now let's get this loaded up with a trailer. That was so much easier to load up. And oh, hey, there's a train. Oh, he wants to race. But no, it looks like our drop-off point straight ahead. That's pretty nice. I mean, there's a gate there, but I'm gonna open it up, see if we can get over there. I don't think that road goes straight exactly. I'm looking at the mini-map right now. It definitely doesn't go straight, but I'm gonna try to shimmy my way up through there somehow. I honestly thought this would be a hill right here, and I could drive up it, but no, it's not. So I'm gonna have to take the loop around. Oh, wait, I won't go through there. I'll take the road. Well, yeah, this was part of the reason why I was wanting to do the pickup truck. I was on something smaller. I can't exactly get in there with this semi-truck, so I'm just gonna go ahead and undo the straps and take them in there by hand. I'm thinking that the sell point is right here. I don't have that stuff turned on, but I'm pretty sure this is it. This is where my green beacon was at. And yes, that was the sell point. I mean, $211 for the environmental score. I don't know why that's up there first, but $1,655 for the product. That's for one pallet. Now I got a few more to do. I'm gonna go ahead and drop them all in there. And now that I was thinking about it, as I was sitting there watching this pallet empty out into the drop zone or whatever, into the hotel, I was thinking, why did I do pallets? I could have just checked the stuff out in bulk and put it into a tipper trailer. Emptying out rest of the lettuce into that contract order thingy now, VIP order. I keep calling it contract. I just need to call it VIP order. Let's see here. That was $9,932 plus a $1,271. Kind of interested there. I thought I'd get more. It says payouts $27,000. Like, I guess I get that at the end. Okay, so this is $65,700. Maybe all this together equals that. And yes, it does. So after these 100 roosters go over there, I'll get the total payout altogether. So hey, let's get out of this town. See if I can get out of here without running over too many people. Well, the thing is, I can't come up this ledge because there's no hill there, but there's no fence there, so there's nothing stopping me from jumping down there. So let's try that out. That went a lot smoother than I thought it would. The easy way out the gate right here. We are now in the month of February. Lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries are the best sell price, so let's get all those sold, see how much money we make. Pulling up now to sell our strawberries. Got about 150,000 liters almost. See how much money we make off this. We made $122,762 plus a $15,712 environmental score reward. Now we got lettuce and tomatoes left. Let's get those sold. I was getting a little bored while I was waiting on the tomatoes to load up in my trailer over there, so I thought I'd try this out, see if it picked up the snow, and I guess it does. That's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the snow. I guess sell it. Got a little over 74,000 liters of tomatoes here. Let's get that sold. See how much money we make off of them. And looking at this graphic that it's got coming out of the trailer here, those are some big looking tomatoes. $124,000, and then there's an almost $16,000 environmental score reward. Since I'm playing around with that trailer and that big swath picking up thing, I'm kind of clearing out some of my work area, I guess. Got a little over 33,000 liters of lettuce here. Now we'll see how much money we make off that. Probably won't be much. More than I thought it'd be. Almost 110,000 and a 14,000 environmental score. I mean, lettuce does have a higher price and it does make less liters. But I think that's all I got to sell in the month of February. Let me take a look at that real quick. And yes, it is. But with that being the last thing I got to sell in February, I can skip ahead. You know what? I think I'm going to do a surprise sell. I want to see something real quick. And here's my surprise sell. I don't know. I just wanted to go ahead and fill it all the way up, sell it, see how much money I make. Can't be much. I do know there's some production mods where like you can turn the snow into water, I think, and that might be it. I don't know if there's anything else. Maybe you can make some yellow snow out of it and snow cones, maybe. And wow, that just paid us a whole whopping $0. I didn't get anything for that. Come on, I am pretty disappointed in that. All that work I just did, it didn't take long. Oh well, I got a nice little clear area here just for me to sleep through the next few months. We got some oil or petroleum to sell or transport over to the next production. I don't know. This is going to be the first time I'm selling it. Hopefully this tank takes it. I have no idea. It's going to cost me $70,000 to change up my trailer. Let's go ahead and change it up and see what happens. And it looks like it does not take it. Not surprised there. Figured there'd be a special trailer or something on this map just for the special item. Let me find that item and figure out how to get the oil loaded up in here. Found this right here. It's a Frontier mod. Obviously, that's what I thought would happen. Looks like it takes it. A little black drop right there. But I think I might have found something else. Let me keep looking around and then I'll bring you back to what I think I found that might do a lot better. This only holds 32,000 liters. I mean, this was unplanned, but this one does hold 50,000 liters. Not bad. I think I got one bigger. Okay, they just keep getting bigger and bigger. This one's 100,000 liters. Oh man, look at this. I was not expecting this. This one right here, 820,000 liters. I totally forgot all about this stuff. I'm probably going to go with that, but let me keep looking around. This is actually what I was thinking about going with, this tanker container, 40 foot, 45 foot, whatever. It's can hold up to 250,000 liters, and as you can see here, it does hold that oil substance, petroleum. But after finding that TLX attachment, I'm definitely going with that. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this 19,850, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get another truck too. And then I'm gonna go ahead and buy this brand new $126,000, upgrade the engine, and just went ahead and blacked it all out since it's dealing with oil. While waiting on that oil tanker over there to fill up, got a little bored, went through and picked up some sand, so hey, let's go ahead and sell it. Make some pretty good money off of it. Almost $150,000 there, plus a 19,155 environmental score. Yeah, I think that tanker over there is going to take forever to fill up, so I'm probably going to do that like 10 more times. Actually, I just came over to check on it now, and it's filling up. At the last little bits now, you can see it dropping in the bottom right. Perfect, done. Now, this does sell over at the Sell Everything for the best sell price. I don't know if I should take it over there. Seems kind of weird selling it there, and I'm kind of forced to sell there just for stuff that goes inside the wall. I mean, this oil, petroleum stuff, it stays outside the wall. But anyways, I mean, just for the higher sell price, let's go ahead and sell here. Now, I really think it kind of stopped production, and that might be an issue. But we made $1,133,614 plus $145,094 environmental score reward. Honestly, the environmental score reward should probably be out the window. Don't know how environmentally friendly oil is, but I don't think it's very environmental friendly at all. But since I believe this production did stop, I'm gonna leave this over here and come over here every now and then and just fill it up. That way it doesn't run out. We've only used 10,000 liters of drilling equipment. Ooh, that's some good money right there. We're up over $3 million. I can't believe it. Oh, hey, looky there. Just got some fancy music playing. VIP order contract level 2, I believe, is done. Let's take a closer look at that. And yes, it is done. We are on level 3 now. I think they just keep adding them. I don't know if it ever stops or not. How am I supposed to produce net wrap? I know I could buy it. I didn't know I could produce it somewhere though. Oh, that's interesting. That one I might have to buy. But we're getting into more and more animals here, and I don't know how far out I'm going to go on this VIP orders contract. I wasn't expecting to go that far. I didn't know it just kept going and going. I was thinking, let's just make it to 4 and say, hey, Frontier's good. Or make it past 4 and say, hey, Frontier's good. But looking ahead into the future here, we need to start looking into getting some sheep and some pigs. And the wood, I was going to plant some trees, but I'm not too worried about that. And the straw, I can get that off the barley harvest, but we need to plant some soybeans, and that is actually what time of the month we're in right now. I got 2 fields doing nothing with no crop on them, and I'm gonna go ahead and plant them both with soybeans to make sure I get enough. I don't know how much I need. Oh, only 8,000 liters, that ain't bad at all. I was about to start to cedar up on the field and start planting some soybeans, but then I realized I want to put the lime down first. It's not gonna take much, but let's get it all applied here, and then I'll send it over to the other field and start applying the lime over there while this one's getting planted. Oh man, I'm just driving over to the other field, and I forgot all about my grass field needing to be harvested. So we're going to be doing that too. It was probably ready last month or the month before. I don't know when it starts growing up again, but I don't think this month is when it became ready to harvest. Let's put it that way. Well, here we go, off and plant some soybeans. I am a little confused. Does it not take nitrogen? This is the first time I'm planting soybeans, so I have no idea. Let's see here. Nitrogen is perfect. So soybeans don't take nitrogen, I guess. It's interesting. I didn't know that. All my tractors are currently busy right now. I got 3 of them. They're all a little busy, and I need another one for the grass field. I'm going to go back to this one, 886 horsepower. The issue with it before was it couldn't unload stuff. Somebody told me just remove the saddlebags, and I tried that once, but it didn't seem to work. So let me buy a new one without even putting the saddlebags on it and see if that works. There we go. We're down $2.7 million. I mean, I think we're doing fine. And right whenever I get this tractor, one of my tractors frees up its work. So darn. Soybeans are off and being planted over here on this field now. I mean, it's not that big of a field. Neither is the other one I planted on. So I think I'm going to have a pretty good harvest off of it. I mean, enough for the job, the VIP order for sure. I am just really surprised it doesn't take nitrogen. I'm going to start this roller up over here now and go around rolling down the seeds. It is not perfect. I didn't go through and touch up and make everything perfect on this field as far as the planting goes. I'm just going to deal with it this time around and see how much I actually miss out on. Ain't gonna be much. I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a try on the grass field. I should probably wait till the mower's done and then pick up correctly, but at least this way I'm not gonna miss any on the corners. There is one downside to using this, is it doesn't have the silage additive tank, and I'm probably losing out on a good amount of grass, but I kind of like the 1 million liter capacity. Trying to weigh the option of whether that 1 million liter capacity trumps that or not. I don't know. 1 million liter capacity equals less times I got to stop and take care of it and empty it out. You know what? I changed my mind. I think I'd rather have that silage additive on there. So let's go get this unloaded. I only have 11,000 liters in here. And the moment of truth, I want to see if this tractor basically shoots out its fuel or not. And no, it didn't. Sweet. So if it's got the saddlebags on there and I hit that I unload, it unloads everything in the saddlebags, maybe everything in the trailer. I don't know because it ends up unloading the diesel too. And it shuts off the engine so the trailer doesn't unload. But no, we won't use this to pick up the grass. I'll just keep that around for picking up the sand, which I think it's fine. Now I'll go ahead and hook up to my regular forage wagon. It does have a 200,000 liter capacity, but I have to empty it probably 4 times or more on this route. I'm gonna go ahead and get a new roller. In the past, I went with a smaller one because of how bumpy the terrain was, but I think I can get away with using this big one maybe. It's 24.3 meters. I think the smaller one I use is around 12 meters, not sure, but $142,000. Let's go ahead and buy it. I'm gonna go ahead and add another forage wagon to the lineup here. I got an extra tractor now. I think I'll be able to run 2 of them on that field pretty easily and get the field picked up faster. $59,500. We'll go ahead and buy that, and I need to put some silage additive into it. I think we're out of room. I mean, we are outside the wall and there's plenty of land, but I think we are out of room with the land we currently got. Let's look at that real quick. Here's where all our fields are currently right now, and I got 3 workers going over here, and then a tractor just sitting in the middle of the field for no reason. Nah, I guess he got done doing some work, but this is all the land we own. I think we need some more. And the reason for that is because I need to start getting into more of the animals. We have 1 chicken coop, but I'm just not seeing really any more space around here to put in maybe, I don't know, another animal pen. But we'll take a look at our VIP orders. We need to focus on barley, tomatoes, and soybeans. Soybeans were planted, barley's planted. I'm actually floating over the top of that field right now. And tomatoes we get out of our greenhouse. So really nothing to worry about there. Maybe we'll get our tomatoes sold. Now I'm really just worrying and trying to focus on the level 4 stuff. This level 3 is actually not due for like a year and a half. But the level 4 stuff is kind of what I'm trying to focus on now. Like I need pigs, I need sheep, and then eventually I need horses, and then there's cows on level 6. That's the stuff I'm trying to focus on right now, and we need more space for all that. We now have the money to actually maybe purchase some land. I mean, this land out here is so expensive. Now all I got to do is think about where do I want my animal pens to be, where do I want more production to be, and that's gonna be kind of hard. I mean, this stuff is just so uneven terrain, and I don't know. I'm thinking honestly about putting the animals and the production across the street here, but then there's all these pump jacks, and I'm like, that doesn't look too good. But hey, all across the street off to the right actually is no pump jack, so maybe over there. That's what we'll look at here in a second. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase farmland 67 and 68. That's gonna take up quite a bit of money, but I mean, I definitely need 67 first. I just feel like it doesn't go deep enough for me to use to its full potential, I guess. And then we'll go ahead and get 68. I mean, I did purchase it at one point. I'm glad the land value doesn't adjust after you buy it. Honestly, with the way inflation goes, it should just keep going up and up and up. I should just invest in land on this game. That was an option. With us purchasing this land over here, I'm going to go ahead and go through and clear out the sand. That way, once I start building here, I don't accidentally get rid of it as I build a road and stuff like that. And plus, I mean, we got an easy way of picking up the sand now, so why not make a little bit of extra money? We're down to $1.4 million. I mean, still quite a bit compared to what we usually been running with. Now, there's all this sand and dirt back over in this direction where I made my $1 million mistake at. I said I'll never talk about again. I think I've brought it up multiple times already. But anyways, I'm not going to touch that right now. I'm going to leave that for later. I don't think I'm going to build anything back in there anytime soon, really. I'm just trying to get areas cleared where I plan on building some animal pens and stuff like that. And looky there, we are already full with 1 million liters. So let's go get that sold. And I can't remember how much I made each trailer. I think like 150 maybe, something like that. I don't know if you noticed, but that tractor I was using to pull that sand picker upper thingy, it had the saddlebags on it, so that means I cannot use it to empty, but I could use it to pick up, and that's what I was doing. But now that I'm done with all the forage wagons on the grass field, I now have this big strong tractor available to use. So we'll switch them out real quick while I unload it. There we go. Got $147,457 for harvest income, plus a 18,953 environmental score reward. It's just weird how it says harvest income. I mean, I didn't really grow this stuff, but I guess harvest doesn't really mean you have to grow it. Now the main area I want to get is along the road here, because I'm probably going to build off of this little gravel road off to the right here, and that's kind of what I was really worried about the most. See, I was thinking about just purchasing this land here and like putting a coop or pasture or something in between each pump jack, but I was like, nah, I don't think I could do that. That'd just be really weird. This is the last trailer of sand I'm going to sell off for right now, and then we'll get to building some stuff. They ended up paying $147,457 plus $18,953, and I think that was the same exact number just a second ago. We'll take a quick overlook of what I got here. These are 2 sheep pens up front. The one in the back is a pig pen. I just felt like an open pasture type thing would not be the correct thing to do out here in the middle of the desert, so I went with enclosed pens. And this is what I had. Now, the reason I got 2 sheep pens is they only held like 65 sheep each, and I believe this big pig pen right over here holds like 250. I have no idea how the food levels and everything will do with these pins. I'm about to find out because I've never used these ones. The VIP order is for 100 female land race at 11 months. I'm gonna go ahead and buy these ones at 6 months. I don't know what will happen if they're over the 11-month period, if they'll sell or not to that contract. I don't know. If so, I'll just end up getting some more and we'll go from there. I mean, we need 100, so it might be a while before they even get there. I don't want to overdo it right now. Just kind of let them naturally grow into it. Oh man, look at all these piggies, man. Oh, that kind of looks like me. Okay, let's go ahead and take that part out. As far as the food goes for these animals, the pig feed, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it. This 200,000 liter capacity trailer, let me fill it all the way up. I think that building only holds like 80,000, so I'm gonna have some extra. Also, with the sheep, I want some hay bales. I believe that's what they take best is hay, maybe? I'll find that out a little bit more once I get some animals in there. Either way, if they take hay or grass, I want some bells over there to just keep refilling it. Now, I don't have any bells. I'm gonna have to look into making some bells on my next grass harvest. Either hay bells or grass bells, I'm not sure yet. I was gonna go ahead and put this pig food back in a silo, just pick it up every day, bring it over here, but hey, I got this global goods transport pallet doing nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to use. Those of you that don't know what this is, it will allow you to pick it up without super strength, and it can hold up to 200,000 liters. And basically, I can just hover it right over this, and it will fill in there. I might not even have to hover it. I could probably just leave it right here, and it will automatically fill into the food. Now, it says we need water, and then it also gives us slurry back, and those capacities are pretty low. I got a trick for that. Let's look at that real quick. This liquid silo extension from Omatana will boost the capacity of all the liquids nearby by 5 million liters. That is ridiculous, and it works. Now looking in the bottom right there, it says we have over 5 million liter capacity of slurry and over 5 million liter capacity of water. So let's get that water filled up, and as the slurry just fills up over time, I could sell it out on best sell time, which is January, or I could use it if I ever get a BGA put in. And oh my gosh, that pig just walked right through that fence. Did y'all see that? Now next up, as far as animals, I'm looking at the sheep, and well, female Welsh 17 months and ram Welsh 21 months. So I'll just go ahead and purchase some females for each one. What is this, 30 and 10? Okay, since I'll purchase females for each one, they'll breed and end up having the males and stuff like that. Somehow they'll breed with each other. I don't know, don't ask me. Okay, it's 2023. I'm just gonna end up doing 25 for each pen. These do hold 65, so it will grow into that state, I guess. Looks like these sheep do take hay or silage. Both of them are 50-50. Maybe I need to do both of them. Oh, it's kind of weird. I never really seen silage as an option for the sheep, and I was using the same exact pen on a different map, and I believe all it took was hay, but from what I understand, that stuff can be edited. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the silage. Maybe I'm just gonna put the hay in there because I want bells. Well, I can make silage bells. Well, then I'd have to come over here every single month and evenly put out silage and hay, maybe even multiple times a month. So yeah, let me just focus on hay. I don't really care how effective they are, I guess. Their effectiveness. Let me just fill it all up with hay. I'll buy some hay bales right now, and then next grass cut, we'll make hay bale. And the bad thing about that is I just got rid of my beller. It was leased. I noticed it was still leased. I was like, well, I ain't using this. Let's get rid of it. Oh, speaking of that, right here in the lease section already. Yeah, I was going through getting rid of a few things, like some rollers and stuff, because I'm upgrading to bigger rollers. So I'm like, okay, get rid of the grassland rollers. But first thing I focused on was getting rid of the lease stuff. Now I'm like, oh, I need to buy this. I need to buy this. Probably need to buy the harvester too. I went ahead and bought 4 square bells for each pen, put them all over here, took one of them all the way in there. It holds 11,500 liters of food, so not much. I'm not sure how fast it's going to go through it, but as it goes through, it will pick up these hay bells. That's why I want to do bells. It'll pick them up as the food goes lower and lower, so every now and then I got to come over here and make sure I got stacks of hay bells just piled up in front of the feed trigger. Going through looking at my animals, looks like my eggs is almost at full capacity over here, so let's take a look at that and see what that problem is. And here is the problem. I realized this on my my chicken challenge that I needed to put more than one egg distributor in here because it just doesn't keep up. So let me place a few more in here real quick, or just one more maybe. We are doing an okay job of saving Frontier, I would say. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There's really not a poll out there telling me, hey, are you saving us or not? One of the things I want to look at doing this episode is moving the chicken coop. I don't know. I just really don't like it being there when all my other animal pens are over there, and they're going to start being over there more too. So this is moving day for the chickens. And on top of that, I want to get some new storage buildings, and I'm going to focus on those storage buildings first, and then maybe get the chickens moved eventually. Over here at the oil extraction building, it says we have 36,000 liters of petroleum in here. We'll go ahead and pump this into the truck. That way it could store a little better, or store more, let's put it that way, because I don't want it to stop running. I mean, we're down to 16,000 liters of drilling equipment. Probably need to look again some more eventually. I mean, they're 10,000 liters each, so once I drop below 10,000 liters, I'll get a couple more out here. Now, here's what I want to do as far as updating the storage. This thing over here does not check out pallets very good. And there's a few items that need to be palleted for me to sell, like eggs. Honey might be one too. So I think there's some buildings out there I can use for those items. Let's look at that real quick. I do have this egg factory here that I'm definitely interested in putting that in. It'll spawn out a lot more pallets a lot faster for whenever I go to sell them. Now that I think about it, maybe this would be a pretty good route. I don't know how it checks out, or if it checks out very good. I'm not too sure. I don't think I've ever really checked anything out of it, but it'll hold the honey, it'll hold the eggs, it'll hold quite a bit of the base game products. I'm also kind of interested in this one. I don't know how much it holds though. It doesn't tell me. There, got them both set up. They're kind of weird and iffy on the capacities. Like the eggs hold 140,000 liters, but the honey only holds 40,000 liters. But hey, it's going to hold what I want it to hold right now. And the eggs are going to start coming over here from the chicken coop, and the honey I will bring over here manually. Well, you know what? I can set it in a distributor, I think. Let's look at that real quick. This is what I'm going to use. It's automatic shipping of animal products, honey shipping. I've never used it, so let's see if it works. Basically, I got to get these honey pallets inside this area here, and it should go inside here, and then from there it should go over to my storage. I think all I need to do is change the building to distributing, and I'm pretty sure I got to go over here and touch the pallets, and then it will start going in there. Yep, it definitely went in there. So it works. All the field work is done on this grass field. I mean, it is pretty spotty with all these white spots all over the place, but hey, it works. I think I'm ready to skip a couple of months, maybe to harvest time for the barley and another grass harvest. Now I got to remember the next grass harvest will be hay. We're now in the month of May, and I need to go ahead and take care of these weeds now before these fields require narrow tires, because I don't think I got any tractors with narrow tires. That new chicken coop does hold 80,000 liters of food, which is a pretty good ratio because my current 2,000 pin chicken coop holds 80,000 also. So hey, looking like every maybe 2-3 months I got to refill it. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy a bunch of barley here, 200,000 liters worth, and get it over there. And then I'm gonna put in another global goods transport pallet to kind of store it over there so I don't have to make multiple trips over there. I usually try to stay next to the products that are getting filled up so I can see how much it costs, but I got a little busy and totally missed this one. Another thing I do need to put over here is an egg distributor also. Now let's go ahead and get this barley loaded in here, and while that's loading, let's go ahead and get another pallet and run super fast. Those of you that may not know, this is the pallet I'm talking about, global goods transport pallet. It has an unreal capacity option, holds 200,000 liters, only costs $1,000. I can even lease it. I don't know how well that works out. You know what, let me look at that real quick. So per work day, $10, per work hour, 21. I mean, the work hours don't go up, do they? Base cost 20. Maybe it's cheaper to lease it actually. Loophole. And then all I gotta do is load in my extra barley I have, fill this thing up. I could fill it all the way up to 200,000 liters if I really wanted to, but I don't want to go get a partial load of barley and have some left over. And then I could just pick it up by hand and carry it wherever I want to, which in this case is over here by the food trigger. Now sometimes it will automatically load into the chicken coop, which is awesome. I've had it work sometimes, but most of the times I don't have it work. I went ahead and added 2 new of these silo storage and distribution egg distributors. I just went ahead and bought 100 female adult chickens. They'll reproduce, and this thing will be full before I even know it. They go really fast at reproducing. We are now in the month of June, which is harvest time for our barley field. Huge field. Huge, huge field. Really interested to see how much barley we get off there, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. Sell it, probably keep it for the chickens. I don't know, but I did have these honey pallets sitting on the ground because I stopped using that silo over there, and I've been meaning to get them over here, so that's what I'm doing right now. I was trying to let this chicken coop run out of food before I sold off all the animals and deleted it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it now this month before I get the harvest going. Let's get them all sold. I know I'm not really gonna make much money, if anything at all, and I got some chicks in here. I didn't know that. I'm now ready to sell this building off. Wish I could get a bulldozer and just run it over. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm gonna get $40,000 back from it. Now maybe some income from the materials in there, maybe? I don't know. There's like 20,000 liters of barley. I guess we'll see that in a minute if it does work. And no, it didn't. But then I also have these distributors here. They have nothing in them. Let's get rid of those too. And I'm gonna go ahead and repaint the ground here so I don't have to look at this ugly mess. I'm gonna go through and pick up some sand now. I don't know, I'm sitting at $623,000, almost 624. Thing is, I want to purchase something before next episode, and I'll give you all a little hint at what I want to purchase. Because I'm going to return this harvester. I did say I was going with the case theme or even just the case color. So I am going to get something new next episode before the harvest, and it will be in the case colors, just not case brand. Here's our first load of sand here, $147,260 plus a $19,833 environmental score reward. Now this trailer here is so amazing. I really just got to thank Farm Sim Universe again for pointing me in the direction of this. Amazing trailer for picking up the sand, and if y'all are new here and you haven't seen me use it before, I highly recommend you reach out to him about finding out where this came from or where you can get it. This is an amazing trailer. You know, I'm just driving over all this bumpy sand here, picking it up, you know, what I said I was going to be doing. Thing is, I was thinking about moving my greenhouse too, because it's over there, was next to the chicken coop. Well, it still is. No was about it, still is. And I'm thinking, I don't know where I want to move them to, but there's this little piece of land between the road and the railroad tracks here. And I'm like, that might be a really good spot for it. So maybe in a future episode we'll be moving those greenhouse, well, that greenhouse, and maybe adding a few more. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. So that was 72,000 and a 9,000 right there. I don't know what I was saying. I was trying to unpause the recording to start recording again, and then here we go again. 75,000 plus another 10,000 environmental score reward. I don't know what I was saying. I hit the unload button instead of hitting the unpause button on my OBS recording over here. My bad. But no, that's actually all I'm going to do. I was going to try to get up over $1 million, but we're at 958,000. That should be plenty. I'm not sure how much the new item is. I don't want to say it, so I want to say it. I'm sure y'all know what it is already, but I'm going to keep it a secret. Y'all never guess it. If you think you know what I'm going to get next episode for that harvest, let me know down in the comments. And as you can tell by this really big field, we got a huge harvest we got to do. But first, I did say I was going to get something, kind of a surprise. I asked you last episode if you can kind of guess what it is. Let's see if you knew what it was. Let's go ahead and get it. And this is what I'm going to get. That little pond over there in the desert, I really like it. I just want to get a jet ski for it with 1,800 horsepower. I mean, let's do it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really not doing that. And this is what I'm going to go with. It's the Colossus Harvester. And I don't know. I mean, it's not Case IH. It's Case IH colors, I guess. The main thing I really want is that 1 million liter capacity. Try to speed up these harvests. And yes, it does go really, really fast, but I don't think I'm going to do that because there is an issue with the swath dropping if I go really, really fast. But let's go ahead and buy this. $371,400, and holy cow, that is a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. I was not expecting that, especially with how much upgrades I got on it. 1,800 horsepower, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this header with it. It's the one that has the trailer built into it. Also says Unreal on it because it can go up to almost 66 miles an hour. Now, like I said, the speed thing I'm probably not gonna do. I really just want the Unreal capacity, but just in case I do have a harvest that does not have a swath dropping on it, I'll probably crank up that speed. But 88,000, let's go ahead and buy this. Plenty of money left. I really was not expecting that harvester to be so cheap. The harvester is off and going, and I do have it cranked up to a pretty high speed of like right around 30 miles an hour. Yeah, there it goes right there. 30 miles an hour. Now, I did crank it up to 77, and I was just going to go with it because the reason why you don't want to go super fast with it is because with the swath dropping, it will leave a huge pile at the end of the up downs, and most tractors cannot drive over that and they get stuck. Maybe try to hire a worker. But I do have a picker-upper thingy with a huge swath pickup thing. I don't know. Basically, something that extends its arms out pretty big and can pick up a lot of stuff. So I'm not too worried about that right now. And that's kind of why I'm going faster now. And the reason I'm not going full speed of 77 or whatever it can do is because it kept skipping quite a bit. And we'll see that in a minute as we drive up near that. And right here is where it just kept skipping quite a bit as I was doing 60 something miles an hour with that harvester. It was ridiculous. So decided to slow it down, and you can tell right here where the swath dropping is. It's a lot bigger because it's slowed down right there. But it's not missing anything now. I don't know if I'm going to stick with 30. Maybe I can start turning it up some and it won't skip anything. Don't know yet. Have to figure that out. But with this going right now, it does say it's going to take almost 30 minutes. Well, not that long. 22 minutes. 22 minutes left on this courseplay. While that harvester's going, I'm going to go through and pick up the sand here because I'm really interested in putting something between this road and the railroad tracks. And I think I did mention in one episode I was talking about maybe putting a bunch of greenhouses between here. So I don't know, I'm just kind of planning ahead, trying to get that taken care of for whenever I do want to finally go ahead and do it. And plus, I mean, it's some good money. I mean, who doesn't like the money? First load of sand, all done selling, $146,893 plus a $19,778. Now, this is the tool I was talking about earlier that will have the huge swath picking up, so that way I don't have to go directly down the line of the straw. So if it does make a large pile of straw, I'm not technically really gonna have to be driving on it. I could be driving down between the lines, kind of like this right here, picking it up. So I'll probably go through and manually pick this up. I'm not sure yet. I mean, it won't take too long, or I could just hire a worker, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And here's just what I'm talking about. This huge swath pile and a straw on my left here, I would not be able to drive this tractor up over it. I mean, if I hired a worker, it would say blocked by an object most likely. And holy cow, that thing is going fast. Okay. That harvester just kind of did a little ramp there. You know, just minding my business, picking up the straw over here, just kind of wondering if I'm going to get ran over by this thing or not, because that thing is booking it. Oh, I just barely missed it. Okay. We are finally catching up to this harvester, and we got a lot of straw in here. I don't think one trailer is going to be enough. And each one of these trailers is 1,000,000 liters. We're going up pretty fast here, passing these numbers. I mean, 870,000 fast. I mean, that is a lot of straw. And you can tell these big mounds of straw right here, that would have been an issue if I'm not driving down in between them. So this thing handles it great, but having to drive over that won't work. And we are completely full, 1,000,000 liters of straw. Now, I don't think my current silo will hold that much. I'm pretty sure my current silo only holds up to 400,000 liters. We'll take a look at that in a second and possibly have to buy another silo. And yes, you can tell on the right-hand side right here, this does hold 400,000 liters max. It is a small silo. I could buy a bigger one, but I don't know if I want to buy a bigger one like that. I think I'm going to get something designated just for the straw. And here's what I'm going to go with. This is a covered pile storage mod. I really like it and used it in the past. It's been quite a while since I've used it, so I kind of want to go back to it. The thing is, I never knew how much one of these would hold because I never had that much. I usually would use it for loose grass, but I never had like over a couple million liters of loose grass. But I see an opportunity with the loose straw to see how much this holds. Let's go ahead and place that in right here, and it did not do anything to the ground. That's pretty nice, actually. Kind of hate whenever it does like a painted border around the stuff. I do have a new mod installed since last time I've used one of those, so maybe that mod will tell me what the max capacity is. And nope, it just says total capacity. What? That's weird. It says total capacity 100,000 liters. Used capacity 0. I'm pretty sure that's wrong because I've had a lot more than 100,000 liters in these. At least with the grass one I did. You know what? Let me dump that in there, see if it actually, I don't know, stops at 100,000 liters. That's really surprising. No, it's definitely dumping a lot more than 100,000 liters. Maybe they're missing a couple of zeros on there and it's maybe 100 million liters. I don't know, but it looks like it's taking all this 1,000,000 liters. We'll see it in a second. And the thing is, I've always put like 1,000,000 liters in one of these and it barely showed any animation on the ground. You know, like this right here, barely any straw on there. Okay, there it goes. Now it's showing the capacity. The capacity is 10 million. Okay. There we go. So now I know this does hold 10 million and I want to fill it all the way up. I want to see how much straw actually goes up. So it was always weird to me. I'd put like 1,000,000 liters in here and I would see barely anything on the ground. I'm like, holy cow, how much did it hold? But now I got this mod that shows the capacities in the bottom right. Thanks to, I can't remember, somebody in the content creating group that I talk to all the time, Rainbow Hacker Gaming or Farm Sim Universe. Can't remember which one of them pointed me in that direction. But I know I was watching one of their videos and I saw it and I was like, I need that because I'm just never sure what my capacity levels are. And I'm always going into like the animal pens trying to figure it out. And one great thing I really love about this trailer with those long swath picking up arms is they have no collision. I mean, I drive right through stuff like that. That harvester is dumb. done, needs to be unloaded is what it says. It's not full, at least it shouldn't be. Let's see how much liters is in there. And you know what, let me jump back in here real quick. So this right here has 340,296 liters in it. Plus we already dropped off 1 million liters, so 1.3 million liters of straw was picked up on this build. Now, I mean, total value is probably like $10, but that is a lot of straw, and I'm definitely going to put that to good use. We got multiple VIP orders for it, so yeah, I'm definitely going to use it all. Plus, the animals can use it. Now, I believe I said I wasn't going to use any straw with the animals because I don't need the manure, but I think I found an easy way of getting the manure out of there also. Well, this thing ended up with 349,804 liters of barley. That is a lot of barley. I mean, nowhere near the 1 million liter capacity, but hey, it didn't have to stop and unload, all that. So that's great. And plus, you know what? It's under that 400,000, and I just totally ramped it, but it's under that 400,000 liters, which means it can go in the silo over here. And man, I really have a uneven terrain over there. I need to take care of that. But let's get this unloaded. I'm just going to unload it right here. No, skip the middleman of using a trailer. One of the things I have mentioned multiple times was putting something between this road and the railroad tracks, and I'm just looking at it, and it is very uneven. I mean, obviously these railroad tracks are a lot lower. I wonder what would happen to the train if I raised up the dirt through the train. Like, would it wreck? You know, like, let's try to crash this train, kind of like people do on GTA, or stop the train. But no, I'm going to go ahead and put a greenhouse over here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to move this greenhouse I already have. So this greenhouse right over here, I'm going to go ahead and delete it and get it out of this area. I mean, I'll probably put in some more storage, either silo storage or covered storage. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. It's probably got some good product in it, but the value of it's only like $14,000. Might have product in it, we'll find out. And yep, sold products. So $39,283 plus that sold building of $13,937. Now that was a large one, I believe. I don't think I'm going to go back to a large one. I don't know how much room I got here. I do have smaller options like this right here. I mean, I don't need anything too big. It's all set up on automatic distributing. So I could just put a bunch of these small ones along the roadway between the road and the railroad tracks. You know what? Let me go big. And yeah, it looks like the big one does still work right there. It might work. I mean, it's definitely gonna mess with the terrain quite a bit, and I don't know if I should do it or not. You know what? I just like to mess things up. Let's do it. Okay, so it definitely did raise that dirt up over there, and I could flatten that out again. And looks like it kept it pretty even with the road right here, which is great. I was hoping there wouldn't be too big of a drop off there, and I could pick up the pallets. And it still gives me the bigger one. So I could fix this right here, but first I want the train to drive over. I want to see what happens. And for the moment of truth, here comes train, and there's a little bird down there on the tracks too. Don't get hit. Oh, it got hit. Ooh, ran right through that. Kind of thought that would happen. Always thought it'd be pretty cool to build like a huge dirt mound over it and just have the train constantly driving through it. But anyways, well, I guess it's fine for me to leave that there, but I'm not going to leave that there because of looks. Let me fix that real quick. Well, I'm looking at adding a greenhouse hops, and it's not going to happen between the road and the railroad tracks. This is the smallest one, and then we can go even bigger with this, and I don't know, maybe the train will just drive straight through it. I mean, if I get the train to kind of go through one of those like a tunnel, that would be pretty cool. You know, like set it up just right there, and I mean, of course it's got all the crops in there or whatever, and maybe it go through it like a tunnel. And then looking at the orchards, I guess a maple tree one would work, but one of these actual orchards would not work. It's just way too big either direction I try to put it. That is the small one, and then we can go big right here. And then, of course, as we know, there's no collision with the train, so I mean, there's nothing stopping me from still putting it here, except for I just feel like it's the wrong thing to do. And I don't know how I feel about this exactly. I don't really like it being that close to the train. I'll leave it. Well, my AC in my little camper trailer thing went out, and it's the middle of June. I mean, even though it's nighttime in the desert, it's going to be pretty cold. It's just way too hot and stuffy in there. I'm going to head in town, sleep in my house I got in town. Haven't been there in a while. I mean, I stay a few nights here and there, but I can just drive straight through this gate up here. Usually they close these at night. Well, this ain't good. I just got a phone call from Frontier Fire Department, and our animal pens somehow caught on fire last night. Let's head out there and look at that real quick. The fire and police department have left, and this is where I'm left with just piles and piles of rubble and ash. And for some reason, there's a car where the chicken coop was, I don't know what those chickens were doing with the car inside their pen, but hey, whatever. Maybe they were planning their escape. After talking with the local police department, they did tell me Noah the kid is most likely the one behind this. Noah the kid and his gang have been going around just looting whatever they can that's not locked up or secured. Here's his wanted poster. If y'all see him out there, let me know. I would love to find him and get him brought to justice. Now, the bad thing about living in a downfall America after huge wars and stuff is we haven't quite established insurance yet, so I'm at a total loss for this. And the good news is they did tell me the animals were taken from the pen, so there's no animal remains found, so I'm really happy about that. Noah the kid and his gang came through, stole the animals, burned the place down, and they also said they found some watermelon and beer left behind from one of the top bandits out there in this country. Apparently Noah the kid and Chris Stewart are teaming up, so here are both their wanted posters. If you see them, let me know. As you could tell by this little flyover thing, there's a car where the chicken coop used to be, and I don't know, maybe the chickens were planning some sort of escape. But anyways, besides that, there's a bunch of rubble and debris and charred up ash everywhere right here. Noah the kid and his gang came through, stole all our animals, and burnt everything down. Now, Noah the kid, from the rumors I hear, he's actually a pretty good thief. I mean, I heard he was giving away the animals, but he recently recruited Chris Stewart, and that guy just burnt everything down. He loves to play with fire, plus he loves watermelon and beer. But anyways, with that happening, we got a lot of work to do and a lot of security to improve on here. We got to build some walls. We got to put up more lights for nighttime protection. I'm even going to hire a security team to kind of roam through here throughout the night. Yes, we got those helicopters, but they don't really check us too much. I mean, they're worried more about that big money oil over there than our area. So we're going to have some extra costs probably coming in once I get everything rebuilt. But first thing we're going to start with is probably cleaning up all that mess, doing this grass harvest, and putting up a wall. I mean, believe it or not, the wall will keep them out. Now, I did talk about making hay on this next grass harvest, but that's whenever I had sheep. I don't have sheep right now, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to go through and make hay or not. Kind of leaning towards maybe a not. But I can always turn this grass into loose hay if I want to. So I'm going to pick up the grass the way it is and then maybe turn it into loose hay instead of silage, because the silage is probably getting pretty full in that production building. I have something new to use to pick this up though, and this is what I'm going to go with. You may recognize it. I mean, obviously I use this quite a bit, but there's something a little different from this one compared to the two I bought before this one. That is, it says it holds 2 million liters. Now, with a huge capacity like that, that does cause an issue. If it does pick something else up besides grass, it will reset the counter, I guess, on it and lose everything that was in it. So that's kind of why I'm keeping it as grass instead of gonna tether the field and put partial hay fragments on the ground. But it's $59,500, same price. I didn't change the price, probably should have. Now I need to go ahead and fill it up with silage additive. It does hold a lot. I can't exactly remember how much, but I mean the silage additive is cheap inside here. I mean that right there only costs $11,250, but I got 10,000 liters of silage additive. Now I do have that other forage wagon that has the large swath pickup thing, but I really want the silage additive bonus. I mean, I guess it's not much, only 5%, but if I can see a chance of making more on it, I'm gonna do it. And the reason I went through and upgraded the capacity on this is just because all the stopping and going I was doing was costing me a lot of time, and I don't have much time to play. I mean, I work a lot, 60, 72 hours a week on my job, and then I'm trying to put out content every day, so I gotta find these little shortcuts kind of like this. Well, let's get this fired up on the course and going, and I don't think it will stop at all until it's completely done, and that's saying 30 minutes till it's done. I don't have 30 minutes. While that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this stuff over here cleaned up, and there's that car right here in this chicken coop. I mean, what was the chickens doing with the car? All the mess is completely cleaned up, and just ignore the time and stop. The people I hired, they work really, really fast, but they do charge $100,000, so let me go ahead and get rid of $100,000 here in a minute. But I'm trying to decide, I mean, what should I do for protection? I mean, there's tons of different walls to choose from. Should I make it look good? Does it matter what it looks like? I don't know. I'll figure that out in a second, but let me go ahead and pay these demolition cleanup people $100,000. There we go. $100,000 is all gone, and I'm over here looking at this oil refinery, and I see they got this nice wall here. Maybe I'll kind of follow the same look, maybe? I don't know. It's just so uneven terrain over here. Just not sure how well it's going to look. But let's see if I can find that same exact fence, see if I even have it. I might not. And the answer is no, this fence is not available to buy. So, I mean, it is really tall. I realized that after I started comparing it to these stone walls I have. But no, I think I found one I really like, which will help keep people out from even possibly climbing over it. Got two different ones. There's this one right here. It's got the spike bars at the top, shows a little more through. There's this one right here, spike bars still at the top, and it shows a little less through. So I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going to use yet, but need to get that put in before I start having animal pens built. All the grass is done mowing and picking up over here on our grass field, and we got almost 1 million liters of grass. Pretty nice. I mean, I guess I could have went with a 1 million liter capacity and would have been fine. Let's get it offloaded now into our production over here, and I'm probably going to go ahead and turn on the hay while I'm at it. Go ahead and get some hay stockpile built up and stuff like that. Why not? Let's go ahead and go over what I've already done for increasing security. I got this storage area over here where I store a lot of my products. Definitely don't want to lose that. That's some good money making. I mean, I don't want to lose anything, but it's so close to the wall. I don't think it would have been affected or anybody would have been dumb enough to come over here and touch it, but you never know. So went ahead and put in a nice fence, guard shack, and I am going to pay a guard 24/7. Got a little security camera on this guard shack, a couple of them actually, 1, 2. That's pretty nice. Got this barrier thing here, barrier gate here that opens and closes, and it looks like the guard is probably looking at buying some new land or moving or something. Oh well, I might need to pay him pretty good so he doesn't leave me. But now, plenty of room to expand. I don't know. I need, whenever I come in here to drop stuff off or pick stuff up, I need room to turn around. So I made it kind of big. It might be too big, but it also gives me room to expand once these buildings do fill up, possibly. Easy expansions, I guess. But let me show you how I'm going to pay this security guard and how I'm going to pay any other security guard moving forward. Well, I will show y'all in a little while. First, I need to go ahead and park this, use this tractor, hook up to the mulching roller, and go ahead and start mulching and rolling our grass field and get some fertilizing going on there too. Need to hurry up and do that real quick. That way I don't waste any time. I just realized I want to go ahead and do the lime and the fertilizing first. I don't know what I was thinking there, but let's go ahead and get that knocked out first. I don't know if it really matters what order I do it in. Had some issues with not being able to lime or fertilize after rolling. At least I thought I had some issues with that, and so that's why I'm going to go ahead and do the lime and fertilizing and then rolling. Now, this is what I'm going to use to kind of deduct and simulate, hey, I am paying a worker constantly. This is a daily deduction mod. I mean, little oil can here, not much, but I'm going to put down 10 of them here, so $10,000 a month to basically keep this place guarded is what I'm paying for. I'm just not sure where to place them, so I'll just go ahead and put them here. Why not? 5 and another 5, which makes 10. So that's $10,000 a month coming out just for protecting this area right here, and hopefully nothing bad happens to it. No guarantee. Now, there might be an easier way to do the daily deductions like that, but I don't know. That's a mod I found. I've used it in the past. I like it. It works. I keep using it. Liming is all done on this field. Now we're going to go ahead and set up the fertilizing, and then right after fertilizing, we'll do our mulch and roller if this driver can drive straight. But as you may be able to tell in the background there, it looks like I got quite a bit built, and I do. Let's go take a look at that. This is what I have, and I'm putting all these lights down, but I don't know how well they're going to work, so I might add more later on once it hits nighttime and I see how they work. But got manure heap over here with our cow barn. Slated cow barn holds quite a bit. I did mod this one. Well, I mean, it only holds 100 animals, but it holds quite a bit of food. That way I don't have to keep coming over here multiple times a month refilling the food. So 33 million liters of food, 30 million liters of milk, 16 million liters of straw, and 100 million liters of slurry is what can be held here, which is amazing. And only 4 million liters of manure, because that manure heap is the base game one, and that holds 4 million liters. Now, this is a biggest tree right here, holds 60 million liters of food, and you may notice there aren't no trigger points on here, I guess, and I don't know why. But anyways, 60 million liters of food, 150 million liters of slurry, and what was that, 50 million liters of straw. Whew. Quite a bit. I mean, the idea is I want to be able to put enough in here where I don't have to keep coming over here every month over and over again. In the past, I've done bells where they just kind of automatically drop in there, but that's only good for like a month or two, depending on what the capacity of the pen is and how much animals I have in there. Over here, we do have the sheep pen. I did say I was going to try to keep it all indoor type stuff, but open it up a little bit. We need to make it look a little green out here, so why not? And plus, this is the one I ended up modding, so that's what I got. Anyways, so 60 million liters of food and 40 million liters of water. Holy cow. Now, plenty of room to expand out here, whether I want to put in different storages. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet, but there is something missing from here. And no, it's not the guard shack, because, hey, got the guard shack here. Y'all probably saw that on the little flyover. And I do got the oil cans back there, $10,000 a month to protect this area. And while they're this close to the greenhouse, I mean, we're just right here across the street on the greenhouse, they'll watch after that too, I guess. Nobody's going to touch it. But what animal I'm missing over here is the chickens. The chicken coop that I want the materials on back order now from the construction company. Basically what that means is I haven't modded one to hold an unreal capacity of food. So I got plenty of room to put that somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Well, I have that tractor fertilizing the field, but as you can tell here, it doesn't seem to be fertilizing the field. Let me find out what's going on there. Maybe I have to buy soil samples again. I figured that out on a different map. So I had this happen once before, and all I had to do was come in here and buy the soil samples again, and it started working. I didn't realize that the soil samples had to be repurchased every so often, but I guess they do. Or there's something wrong with my game, one of the two, I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and purchase them all while I'm in here, and that way I don't forget about them later on. There, got them all purchased, and for the moment of truth, let's fire this up and get it going on this build and see if it works. And yes, it does appear to be working now. So simple fix, buy the soil samples. Now I know I had this issue on my core farm series and it took a while, but I finally figured it out. Everybody in the comments was kind of confused why it wasn't working. I don't know, maybe there's some mod I'm using or something messed up where I'm doing this. Oh well. One other thing is we placed this greenhouse in, but we haven't fired it up yet. So I need to get everything going here. I need to get the water over here. I need to get the manure over here. I don't know if I was doing manure or not. I don't think I was. So we'll probably just get the water over here for now and fire it up and get all the products going to where they need to go. But I got those manure heaps, so looking like I'm gonna start getting into the manure at some point. Oh, we are losing some money and fast. I mean, it kind of looks like we're losing some money. I don't know what we were at, but look up there, we're at $141,000. That is not much at all, and I'm kind of concerned I didn't put this greenhouse in straight, so I'm kind of looking at that. Yeah, it's straight with the road tracks. It just didn't look straight with the road for some reason. No, I guess it is straight with the road. Optical illusion, I guess. As you can tell, we got quite a bit of animal pens put in, but no animals in them yet. I don't think I got the money for that. And we are missing a few animal pens. Chicken coop and the horse pasture, horse pen. Let's look into that here in just a second. First, I gotta start some work up over on that grass field. Now, I probably should have went with a cheaper horse pen, but let's go ahead and go with this one right here. I got it modded to hold a bunch of food. That way I don't have to come over here and constantly refill the food. Now, it is $119,500. That's gonna take up almost all our money. I'm gonna just tuck it away over here in this corner. Hopefully that works out pretty good. Kind of out of the way from everything else. Maybe, maybe not. Never used it, so I don't know. Looks like I have to pull through here maybe to feed them. That might be an issue. I'll see that in a minute though. Now, as far as chickens go, I got this chicken shed modded. 300 chickens is what it holds. Also holds a whole lot of food. But I don't have enough money for it. That's going to be an issue. I mean, this is a pretty small one. I kind of fit it anywhere. Probably put it along the fence or something over here once I get enough money for it. I don't need that much more. Let's see if there's anything I could sell. This is not the best sell time for the oil, but I'm going to go ahead and take it over and sell it. Now, the best sell price is over at the oil refinery, but I'm just going to stick with selling. I'm going to sell everything over here. I guess that's kind of what I was supposed to do anyways, so I should probably put like a little tank in somewhere next to this so it looks like this could actually go over here. Well, that came out to 1 million, a little over 1 million and 141,000 environmental score reward. So pretty good money there. So we're now up to 1.2 million. That is amazing. That's oil, petroleum, whatever they want to call it on this map. Technically that should be crude oil, but anyways, it makes some really good money. And if y'all are looking for a awesome oil tycoon series to watch, AutoSim Crew has that going on. I highly recommend checking that out. But now we got enough money to buy whatever we need. And this is where I'm going to end up putting it. I was going to put it along the fence over here or something like that, make it look a little more uniform, but I like to be able to pull through and whenever I'm loading, unloading food and all that stuff instead of having to back in. So just plopped it right here in the middle. I mean, kind of weird, but oh well, I like it. And I was thinking about putting in more than one, but I'll probably just stick with one. I don't really need eggs or anything like that. I really just need these pins in here so I can complete the VIP order contracts for the mayor. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in one of these multi-fruit buying stations over here because I can see myself buying a lot of feed from this for these animals. I mean, I don't have any self-sufficient rule on this series where I need to make my own feed, which I probably should because we are on a food shortage, but oh well. I'm gonna buy whatever food I need for these animals to keep them alive and thriving. And we'll go ahead and take a look into our VIP orders that we're working towards right now. Barley, tomatoes, soybeans, all those need to be done, which should be done pretty soon. I got everything for the barley and tomatoes. Soybeans should be coming soon. I'm not sure when the harvest is, but I'm really worried about the animals right now. So I need to get some pigs and some sheep and looks like a horse or two. What is it? They want 4 horses? Maybe I'll wait. I don't know how old the horses are whenever I buy them. I'll see that in a second though. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a trailer full of pig food, which is 200,000 liters. Gonna probably cost me quite a bit of money. Now the pig food I previously did have was also stolen with the pigs by the notorious bandit Noah the Kid and his sidekick Chris Stewart. From what I understand, I'm telling you, he's like a modern day Robin Hood, I guess. But I'm not rich. Shouldn't be stealing from me. Well, as I say that, I'm just right around $1 million. But that ended up costing $225,000, quite a bit there. But all this will go into this pig pen over here, and I really like this pig pen over here, mainly because I could customize the paint on it, on the curtains. That's kind of a weird reason to like it, and plus the curtains open and close. I think that's another reason I really like it. Now, this may sound totally crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and buy 400 female land race pigs. Well, fully grown, pretty much. Not the piglet. That's gonna cost a pretty penny, $134,000. But I don't know. I think, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't know why I did that. But here they are. They're in here now. I got the curtains open for them. Get a nice breeze going through there. Get all the sand going in there. And I sure hope they like to eat sand in their food. I need to get some straw in there also. Got 200,000 liters of pig food in there. We'll see how long that lasts. Hopefully it lasts quite a bit. 400 pigs is a lot. And I don't need that much. I only need 100 pigs for 11 months old, and they go in there at 6 months old. So with them going in there 6 months old, I got 5 months, I guess. Hopefully I'm on that contract in 5 months, or I'm going to begin running some pigs. Or hopefully they take it whenever they're over that age. I don't know. Now, the next VIP order animal I need to worry about is male Welsh. I think I need 30 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 30 of them, and then I'll buy like 70 females, Welsh ones also. But they need to be at 17 months old when they go over there, and I'm hoping to have this soybean or just this whole level 3 one done by October. We're in July, because I think October was the harvest time for the soybeans. Soybeans, October, harvest, yes. So once that gets harvest, I'll sell that, sell the rest of the stuff, we're good to go. And we'll go to the next level. So 1, 2, 3, 4 months. So yeah, I'm good to go ahead and buy them. I'm just overthinking it. Well, I messed up. I ended up buying, well, for one, I ended up buying males instead of females, but I ended up buying goats instead of sheep. Okay, so I need 30 female Welsh 17-month-old sheep, and then we'll do 21-month-old males eventually, and maybe they'll grow into that. So let me go ahead and get rid of these goats. That's my bad. I was just reading the Welsh off to the side. Let's sell that. Let me go up higher. Where's the sheep? And we'll go ahead and get females, and I'll get 100 of them, and then they can have babies and blah, 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 blah. There we go. Almost $20,000 for all that. Not too bad. A lot cheaper than cows, I can tell you that now, since I'm doing that cow challenge. We are now in the month of September, which is planting time for a few items, and I don't know, there's really nothing I need. Let's look at that real quick. Barley, got plenty of barley. Soybeans, we're going to harvest soon. Looking down further, cotton. I think cotton's my next one I really need to worry about planting. Other than that, it's kind of free game, whatever I want to plant. And I'm going to go ahead and plant barley on my large field again, and my 2 smaller fields, I'm going to go ahead and plant that with cotton, which comes up in February. So that's not now, but right now is the time to plant the barley. There is something wrong on my sheep pen. I'm not sure if I already said it or not, but all I got in there right now is hay, and I didn't want to buy silage. I got plenty of silage in storage from my grass harvest, so I went ahead and loaded up this with some of the silage, not all of it, and I'm gonna dump it in there. Maybe the reason their productivity is still at 0% is because there's only 1 type food in there, but I've never seen that happen before. Or maybe I just messed something up editing in this mod. I don't know, and we got a big problem because this will not fit in here. Oh man. Okay, let me figure this out real quick. Got another 200,000 liters of pig food here. It does appear they are going through it kind of fast. I mean, what is that? About 50,000 liters a month is what they're eating through. Not too bad, I guess, but for pigs, I think it is quite a bit because I don't see anything useful coming out of the pigs. Like, they don't lay eggs, they don't produce milk or anything like that, so they're just kind of pointless. So maybe I'll get a butcher in or something, and then we'll make some bacon. Now, my fix for this trailer not fitting in there with the silage is I'm just going to go ahead and put in this building here, dump the silage in there, pick it up with another trailer that will actually fit in there, and feed them that way. I'm hoping that's the issue. Let's look at that real quick. Now, sheep here saying productivity is 0. I was kind of concerned because it's been a couple of months and no wool came out, so I looked into here, and yeah, productivity is 0. And the hay is 50%. Well, the hay has 385,000 liters. They're eating the hay. No problem there, but the silage has nothing. So I'm thinking maybe if I add silage, that total capacity effectiveness, well, I guess that doesn't matter, but the productivity will probably go up. That's what I'm thinking, maybe, hopefully. Not sure yet. There we go, and that appears to be the issue. I started putting some of the silage in here, skipped over to the next hour, and guess what? There's a little pallet of wool coming in right there, which is great. So productivity is going to start going up. Now I'm just going to have to keep silage and hay in there. Let me get rest of that silage I have in here, which was like 600, 700 some thousand liters. I got more than that, but I'll go ahead and just put all of it I got from over here into there. And I'm buying the hay, and I'm making the silage. The grass field needs to be mowed, the soybeans needs to be harvested, and we need to go ahead and plant some barley. So so quite a bit of work to get done. And on top of that, we're gonna complete another level VIP order contract. We gotta get all the stuff sold to the correct people, and another one done. Another one bites the dust. Soybean harvest is off and going, and I guess I get no swamp dropping out of this, which I guess is fine. I could do without a little bit of straw, but I'm gonna get this one done over here and get the other soybean harvest done and get ready to start selling some of the stuff. Let's take a look at that. We need barley, tomatoes, and soybeans. I'm gonna go ahead and load up 12,000 liters of tomatoes, get those over to the restaurant, and then we'll take a look at the barley next. I need 12,000 liters, but I got almost 13,000 liters of tomatoes in this trailer. That's all good. I'll sell, make a little extra on it. And the last time, I believe it was tomatoes. The last time I brought it over here to, I believe, the restaurant, I think. This might be the second time I'm going over here. I did pallets, and I had no room to back in or pull in there with the big semi-trailer, and I said, hey, I should have did this right here. So hopefully this will pay off and work out great. I'll find out in a little bit as I try to back in there, because even with this, it's probably still going to be a tight fit. First harvest of soybeans is all done. That's 34,687 liters of soybeans. That's a lot more than I thought it would be. I don't know, maybe there's a big yield on that, or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. There's a very good chance I just don't know what I'm talking about. But I do have this other field over here to harvest, so let me get that harvested and see how much we end up with total. You know what? I have not delivered to the restaurant. This is actually my first time coming over here, and this works out great. There's plenty of room for me to back up this little trailer in here and sell this. And that ended up giving us $2,736 plus a $20,287 sold products. I hate whenever they do it backwards like that. But as you can tell on the left over there, level 3 VIP order tomatoes is all done. Next up, 27,000 liters of barley and 8,000 liters of soybeans, and we got both those. So we are going to complete that level here on this episode. Now, I've always wanted to try this, like removing the weeds before I plant, like with the herbicide sprayer. I don't know if that works or not. Yeah, I've always just done it after the growth cycle comes in and the weeds start growing in with the crop. So it looks like it doesn't say weeds are growing on here, which is amazing, really great. I love it. So the thing is, the weeds grow in on the fields with the crops. It just seems like I'm not going to get as much of a harvest because, I mean, obviously these weeds are taking up spots where the crop should be grown through. At least that's what I think in my mind. I don't know how big of a difference it makes or if it even makes a difference at all. But I'm going to go ahead and remove the weeds before I plant this time, and it'll make the field look better, I think. We are now completely done with the soybean harvest. We ended up with 53,005 liters total. Now, that's plenty for what we need to do. Let's see here. We need 8,000 liters of soybeans, and I am going really fast. Holy cow. That's really, really fast. Now I got the 27,000 liters of barley loaded up. We got to go over to the grain mill, which I believe is going to be a slow, long drive over some uneven, bumpy, dirt, sandy roads. So it's going to take a while, especially with this small tractor I got here. This is one of my smaller ones. I should probably use a different one, but they're kind of busy running bigger equipment, and I cannot use the pickup truck because it won't hold this trailer. It will actually just lift the front tires off, I believe. Sorry, just driving over here saw this. Man, this is pretty cool. The little detail they put in here. I mean, yeah, this is a tiny field and it's owned by nobody. But no, this would not be that big of a field, but that is really cool. I wish there was more placeable, like tractor placeables. Actually, I wish there was just any in general because I haven't been able to find any placeable tractors for decoration. We're over here at the grain mill now selling off the barley. That made us $26,626 plus a $3,588 environmental score reward. All we got left now is 8,000 liters of soybeans, and we have plenty of that. But we got to take that over to the Lizard Agro-Industrial Cooperative, wherever that's at. Well, it turns out that Lizard Cooperative Agricultural, I'm totally saying it wrong, place is straight ahead, right outside the wall here, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Gonna be a lot easier to drive out of all of them I just made, I think. No curves, just set the cruise control, let it go. Over here now, getting it all sold off, that would be a, which one am I looking at? 15,509 plus 2,091 plus a $106,200 contract income. So that whole VIP level 3 is done. Now we got, it looks like straw, pigs, wool, oh wait, wood, and sheep. Now I really hope this works out. I do have some patches of crop left over, and I don't know if weeds are going to grow up in here or not. Probably not. And I don't know, maybe this totally was a huge waste of time and they're going to grow up anyways. Let me get it off the field, go ahead and start planting some of our barley over here, and I might just go ahead and start liming our other fields. I don't see any reason in waiting, and I don't don't know why I do wait all the way up till planting time. You know what? I was going to start this up on those 2 fields that got harvested already from the soybean harvest, but then I realized I only have one of these lime spreaders and my grass fields ready to go ahead and get the lime, so I'm not going to waste my time on those quite yet, maybe later, but I'm going to go ahead and start the limer up on the grass field over here. We are almost out of drilling equipment over at our oil extraction site, so I'm going to go pick some up the correct way instead of actually having them delivered out here like I've been doing. I'm going to pick some up somewhat correct way. We'll see how I get them loaded up on here or not. I wonder if the auto load works on it or not. That's really what I'm interested in, because the auto load has not been working great for the other items like the steel beams, so I'm kind of interested to see how it works with these items, this drilling equipment. And I don't know if I can make the drilling equipment somewhere. That would be something I should probably look into, because it looks like I'm buying quite a bit of it, and I don't know. Let's just get over to the store where I would assume I would probably be picking this stuff up. I'm over here at the store now. I don't know where they'll spawn in at over here, so hopefully I'm not parked in the way, but I'll find out in a second. I believe I'm down to 2,000 liters, and it holds 30,000 liters. I'm going to go ahead and buy 3 of them. I don't think I can get all 3 loaded up onto this trailer, but I definitely am going to try it. If I can't get it all loaded on there, I don't think I'm going to get out one of the doors. Hey, there they are. Now, for the moment of truth, I really want to see if the auto load works on this or not. And I mean, I can understand it not working. And it did not work. So it has the same issue as the other stuff. But you know what? There was an update for this map that I have not done yet, because I've been kind of worried about it messing something up. But let me get these loaded up best I can. You know, I'm sure this is not safe at all, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get it loaded on top over here. Just seems to work a lot better with this than doing it by hand. So that's why I am in this wheel loader now. Go ahead and set that down right there. Back out. Oh, don't flip anything over. Whoa, that worked. Can't believe that actually worked. Now let me get the straps strapped down on it, and hopefully I can fit out somewhere. I don't think I can go through the main gate, but I'm sure I can go through the gate I came in. Well, yeah, I didn't make it very far. Now I'm just going to take it nice and slow all the way to the oil extraction site. Ooh. And, oh. Okay, it's starting to tip a little bit there. I'm not even really doing anything. It's going over. Well, I didn't make it too far. I swear I'm going to get there one day. So obviously my issue seems to be that I'm going too fast, so hey, I just crank my cruise control down to 5 miles an hour, and I can make these corners with no issues now. It's taking forever, but I'm getting there without it flipping over again, maybe. Then of course, being on the straightaway, I'm gonna open up that throttle and get going. Let's see how fast we can get this thing going before I have to make this turn. Actually, that's a very bad idea, and I'm probably gonna wreck. Now, I'm not too sure if this will just automatically start unloading in there, or if I gotta take these off. I really have no idea. Guess I can undo the strap, pull over the top of it, which, okay, yeah, I gotta put straps on so I can see the number down the bottom, but it looks like it is going in there, which is great. And now that I think about it, the bottom ones are going to disappear and the top one's just going to have to fall down to the trailer and probably break something. Oh, it's barely hanging on. Let's see if I get rid of that back one and see if it still just floats there and there. For the moment of truth, that back one's about to disappear, and of course it still floats there. I thought it would, but you see how much it's moving right now? I was really thinking it was going to fall down, but I'll undo the straps, let it fall, drop it right there. It's going to unload into there, and it's not going to take it all, I don't think. I probably will have like 2,000 liters left, maybe. Yep. I got 2,516 liters left in here, which is no big deal, but something needs to be refilled. Haven't seen that in a while. Oh, it's out of seeds and fertilizer. Did not see that coming. Fertilizing is often going on this grass field. After that, it's going to be the mulch roller, but this is the first time I am using this fertilizer without the saddlebag tank tractor. That one's currently busy planting and utilizing the saddlebags. So I'm kind of curious to see if this even is enough to do this whole field. I'll probably have to do a refill in the middle somewhere. You know, I just realized I was buying the hay for those sheep and getting the silage out of here because I was making silage over here, but I am also making hay over there too. So I have about 700,000 liters of hay I can take over to my sheep, which is great. And I don't know if I'm going to do that yet or not. Well, you know, I don't see any future plans for cows anytime soon. I do have the cow barn put in, but I don't see any reason to save up the hay for the cow. So let's go ahead and get all my hay and silage over to these sheep. I'm gonna go ahead and get another trailer to basically cut down on all the trips I need to take filling up that sheep pen. And this is the same trailer that I got already, except for this is a modded one that I modded, and this one does hold 2 million liters compared to the other one only holding 200,000 liters. Now this $20,000, we'll go ahead and buy it and get it filled up with some hay. Planting of the barley is all done. It obviously missed a little bit here and there. And the thing is, I figured out why it kept missing it or how to prevent it from missing as much. I basically just had to change it to where it would raise or lower the tool sooner or later than what it is set as default. So that helps out quite a bit, but it's still not perfect. It still misses some. And sure enough, this did not make it all the way through the field. I'd say about a good halfway, maybe a little under halfway through the field right now. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with fertilizer and let this tractor finish this job off, because I'm still using the other one to touch up plant, I guess, where it's basically just touching up the spots it missed. There we go. We got this roller off and going after we got done planting the seeds, and looks like weed is growing. So me doing the herbicide before planting was not a good idea. It didn't work any. That is kind of a bummer. I was really just hoping to have a nice clear field with no weeds in it. I guess I can get a weeder and hit it that way maybe. All done fertilizing the grass field. Now next step for that field is to mulch roll it and get a little bit more of a bonus yield, but the main thing I like about the rolling is the faster growth stage. All done filling up the sheep pen with all the silage and hay that I have. So let me see how much exactly we got in there. I know it's over 2 million. 2.7 million liters of food is in there. Let's see exactly what it is now, because I'm kind of curious of what I need to be focused on making. And we're at 1.6 million liters of silage, 1.1 million liters of hay. So it looks like I need to make a little bit more hay, but I also don't ever see these numbers going down very low. So I probably won't have to touch this animal barn for a while now, probably a good year, hopefully. Now we have $300 and something thousand. Pretty good, I think. But I mean, more money could always help us. And thanks to AutoSim Crew, well, if you want to get technical with it, I guess thanks to AutoSim Crew's kid, I now know where a large deposit of iron ore is, which pays pretty good, and we got a pretty easy way of picking it up. So let's head over there and take a look at that. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and use this big, huge picker-upper trailer thing to make it a lot easier. Yes, it will pick up the iron ore. The thing is, I even have mods to where I don't need to own the land for this to work. So whenever watching AutoSim Crew's video, he had to purchase the lands to cut down the trees, stuff like that, and even just to pick it up. But I don't have to do that because I got mods. The lumberjack mod will allow me to cut down trees anywhere, and then there's a something everything or everywhere mod or something, I don't know, where I can pick up everything anywhere. So I believe it was this direction. I gotta make a left up here, but it's somewhere up on top of this hill, I think. Let's see if I can take a look at that real quick. And yes, it is. There's my tractor down there where we were just at a second ago. Looks like that first deposit of stuff on the ground there is iron ore, but directly behind it is, I believe, stone. So that is kind of in the way and probably going to get picked up first, but we're going to make some pretty good money, and I am really excited about that. Now, the main thing is how do I get up there? And with the help of watching AutoSim Crew's video, I kind of got a general idea of how I get up there, but there are down trees or leaning over trees kind of all throughout the area. And of course, we got all this dirt that's pretty bumpy. I should probably go ahead and open this up and start picking it up. Yeah, I probably should. You know what? Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Pick up this road, make it easier for me to come up and down, because there's going to be multiple trips coming up and down this hill, because I'm going to fill up with stone before I get to the iron ore, and no telling how many trailerfuls I get from the stone either. So I'm going to be making quite a bit of trips up and down this, so let's go ahead and clear the path, get the dirt picked up, and of course, if there's any trees in the way, we'll take care of those trees too. Okay, this part right here looks really familiar. I believe I got to turn it in this direction. Got this little X cross trees going on here. I don't know, maybe X marks the spot. Not sure, but I'm able to cut those down with my lumberjacks mod. I can cut down any tree I want, and already looking up there's another tree right in the way. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these two. I think I can fit through there, but I don't want to keep trying it. And oh man, I don't have a chainsaw. There we go, got a chainsaw now. Gonna go ahead and cut this down, and I guess it's just gonna fall on another tree. I'll manhandle and push these out of the way in a second. Got those first two trees out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one down, and I'm just gonna walk down this path, see what else is in my way, and get it moved real quick. There are quite a bit of leaning trees on this path. I think it's really cool. I mean, something a little different. I don't know how well they would actually be standing in real life. I mean, we got trees that stand straight upwards that fall over all the time, so these ones probably wouldn't actually be standing in real life. But oh well, it's pretty cool. Something something different, add some detail. This one I think will not be in the way, but this one over here might be in the way. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that down. Then there is this other one over here. It looks like it's actually laying down. I mean, is it laying down or is it in the ground? I think it's in the ground. I can't pick it up. It is in the ground. Okay, so that is pretty cool. It just kind of looks like it's laying there. Coming up on the sketchy looking bridge now, and I don't know. This one might be in the way, so I'll go ahead and get rid of it. And then right on the other side of this bridge is one I need to get rid of too. But yeah, this bridge is definitely not safe looking, and I don't think my... Oh my gosh. Alright, well, if we had lives on this game, I would have just lost a life. Or a couple of legs. Get back up there. Okay, I believe I'm back where I was at. Hopefully I don't fall in any more holes. Well, I'm at the end anyways. But I got this tree I need to remove, and then I think it's all clear, and damn, here we go. We got the stone over here, behind that's iron ore, so quite a bit to pick up, kind of in the way. I'm just going to do a load of dirt to start with, but there's some sort of barn over here, which is pretty cool. Ooh, in a tent. I guess I could probably sleep there. This ain't bad. Nice little roleplay idea maybe going on here. Remove objects on farmland. Okay, well, I don't think there's much objects. Oh, man, look at all this metal here. I could sell that, make some money out of that. I don't know if they spawn in here normally or what's going on. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, we got a tree growing in here, which is a nice detail. Now that I think about it. I mean, this barn right here, what is this? This looks like the barn from Western Wilds. I don't know if it was somewhere else before, but kind of a rundown barn. It's pretty nice how they got the trees growing in there and everything. That's pretty cool. I like that. This ain't no map review, I swear. I believe I got all the trees cleared out of my way, so now all I gotta do is go down picking up the dirt. I mean, I don't have to, but all the trips up and down, it's just gonna be worth it, I guess. And plus, looks like I'm gonna make some pretty good money from it, I think. I mean, we're almost full, and I'm probably gonna have 2 trailers of just dirt. Heading back out now, I got all the dirt picked up to the stone, and I'm just gonna head back with it going because I still got a little bit that can fit in here, and I still got quite a bit on the road. I didn't drop this and start going until I was a little ways up the road, so that's why I'm saying I think I got multiple trips out of it. But I'm gonna take this back to our sell everything back farm, get it sold, and probably make some pretty good money from it. Or decent money, I mean easy money, let's put it that way. Now we got a full load of dirt going in there. I don't know if I've ever sold a full load of dirt. I think I've sold some partial loads, not maybe ever a full load. I just can't remember. But we'll see how much money we get from this. Usually I sell sand, so I think the dirt is a little better. And that ended up making us $150,674 for that harvest income, plus a $20,316 environmental score reward. Man, I kind of like that environmental score reward. I don't know. I was always kind of against the whole downloading the precision farming thing. It just seemed like it takes more steps, uses more equipment, I guess. Not really equipment, but uses more stuff like lime, fertilizer, stuff like that. But after doing a little more research on it and after using it, I think it actually uses less lime and fertilizer and stuff like that. Maybe. I don't know. I never exactly did the testing myself. I've saw some people do videos of the testing, and it seems like it uses less. And just by personal experience using it seems like it uses less. I think I got another pickup load to do of dirt, and then we'll be on our way to the rock. Okay, just driving along this road. I've already been across this road, and we don't have much dirt in there, but I thought I noticed something off to the right here. Is that some iron ore right there? I think that is the iron ore. Look to it. Holy cow, it's all throughout these hills. I had no idea about that. I mean, this is not that huge of a deposited area, but that is still pretty nice, I think. And there could be more other places. Like I said, we don't have much of it. There's 138,000 liters, and I believe that's all I got on my way there. I'm going to try to pick up some here and there, kind of like this little area here, and then there's some at the barn at the very end that I was looking at, the abandoned barn. I think I got some up there I can grab, but I don't know if I'm going to make a trip back to my sell everything just for a little partial load. I might just try to dump it on the ground somewhere. That's probably what I'm leaning towards right now. Now I only ended up with 223,000 liters here. Yeah, that's still giving me some good money, but I'm gonna see if I could dump this out. How do I force dump something? I thought it was like I or Control I or Shift I. Oh, Control I. Looks like that's doing it. And yes, maybe. I don't know if it will let me dump that much out. It's really not looking like it. There we go. Got it all out. Huge pile over there. Quite a bit. Man, that is a lot. But next up is the stone. I don't know if I can drive over it or around it. Not sure. It's kind of looking like I might be able to. So maybe I'll skip the stone. Nah, I should go ahead and pick it up. I really should. And I'm seeing that road over there. Right back over there. 2 o'clock angle. How can I make a road there? That's what I'm thinking right now. Let me look at that. Yeah, looking at it, I definitely can't make a road there. I mean, it's just way too steep. So I'm making that long trip around each time. And I'll go ahead and pick up the stone first. Why not? I want to see what a whole stone trailer full will sell for. Well, I just want to show this before I head out. I got my first full trailer here, 1 million liters. And looking at it, I probably have 2, well, definitely 2, maybe 3 or 4 trailer fulls of just stone right right here. I technically don't even have a clear shot to my iron ore yet. I mean, it's kind of there, and I could easily go over or around it, but that's quite a bit of stone. We got our first load of stones going in right now, and it's looking like it's pretty good money. $211,908 plus a 28,573 environmental score reward. Yes, pretty good money. More than the dirt, more than the sand. So hey, now I'm just really interested to see how much I get for that iron ore. I think I'm gonna do another trailer or two of stone though, so let's get that knocked out. Second load of stones finishing emptying out right now. Looks like I might have another trailer full up there, and that was another, I think the exact same price, 211,908 plus a 28,573. I can't remember what the price was before or how much I made, but that looks very, very familiar. I mean, that 211,000 does look very familiar. And here we go, and yes, I have been cutting through this field the whole entire time. Save a little bit of time with these little shortcuts maybe, but I only got 540,000 liters of stone there. There might be a few liters here and there that could have got missed, but I think I got it all. Next up after the stone is the iron ore, or I mean, I just call it gold. I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a lot of money. With this being a partial load, I do know it's going to say a different number in the top right. Like right now, $114,471 plus a $15,435. And yes, I did just run right into that light bulb because I was reading the number in the top right. Wow. Yeah, that happens. I am not the best driver on this game, or in real life maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm a fairly good driver in real life, but this game, yeah, that's kind of iffy one. I am actually pretty excited for this, and we got, I don't know, maybe 2 trailers full here. It definitely doesn't look like as much as the stone did, but hey, let's just go ahead and get it picked up, make our money on it. It should pay a lot more than the stone did. I have no idea how much it actually pays. I haven't looked at that yet, and I am stuck. Well, I was definitely off on my trailer estimation I did, but there's a few little spots here and there I can't exactly pick up, so I'm going to go ahead and add 1,000,000 liters for each one. So 1,000,000 liters for that little spot, 1,000,000 liters for that little spot, 1,000,000 liters for that, 1,000,000 for that, 1,000,000 for that. I mean, why not? I'm just kidding, I'm not doing that. Now, we only ended up with 779,000 liters. I don't know. I couldn't get that last little bit there. Oh well, not sure how much money we're going to make from this. First thing I want to check, though, is the price for this. I feel like it's pretty good. Let me look at that. Here's the iron ore prices here. My sell everything is at 2907. That's where we'll sell. The metal and limestone factory, I believe they only take a certain limit of it. And then there's also this dirt here. What was I selling it for? 150, and the sand sells for 146. So, like I said, the dirt does pay better. I mean, it's not as much better than I thought it was. So, I mean, this is gonna be a huge amount of money right here. At least I think it is. Honestly, I probably shouldn't sell this. This probably goes towards a production somewhere that I need. But, oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and get it sold. Maybe I can make more of this somewhere, but $2.2 million plus a 305,000 environmental score. Whoa, we are now up to $3.7 million, and I knew it was gonna be a lot of money. Wasn't quite expecting that much though. I was thinking maybe I'll finish up with like 2 million and something, but not almost $4 million. So that was ridiculous. We are now up to 3.7 million and some change in our top right number. So quite a bit of money there. I mean, this road brought us in so much money. Just this road alone, we just made $3.3 million on this road. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. That is ridiculous. I mean, I'm counting it on the road, saying the dirt I picked up. There could have been more if I maybe emptied out that partial load of dirt I had and made sure I nitpicked and picked up everything there. But hey, I mean, here's the exact number, but $3.3 million. I mean, that is some good money right there. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that $3.3 million. I mean, I guess expand. Maybe get some animals, expand some new fields. I mean, we got some big goals we got to take care of in the future for this town of Frontier or city of Frontier. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at this in the background, that definitely looks like a city and not a town. And I don't know, I think I'm getting really sidetracked with all the side stuff on this map. And this episode, the beginning at least, I'm going to be really sidetracked because you might be wondering what I'm doing over here at this little oasis pond thingy. Man, this is some really clear water. If y'all remember that episode where I mentioned I was going to buy that jet ski and I was just joking. I've been thinking about it ever since. So right now, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to see if it works. I've never bought it, used it on any map. I don't know why I got it. I probably said, hey, that's cool, let me download that. Kind of like most of my mods. And I just never use them. So let's see if that works real quick. Okay, so it has an F1 engine available for 1800 horsepower. I mean, why not? Top speed 74 miles an hour. It's underneath the trucks. That's where it's located. So like where the pickup trucks and cars are. So $6,000. Let's go ahead and buy that. And that seems pretty cheap. I owned a jet ski once and I don't know. I mean, some of the newer models are definitely a lot more than that, I think. I don't know what they're running for now. It's been a long time since I owned a jet ski. Let's go ahead and buy that, I guess. I got it spawning on the land. I want to see what happens with it on the land. See if maybe I can drive it across the land. I don't know. Maybe there's like little wheels underneath it. And here it is. And it looks like it appears to be floating off the ground some. Let me jump on this bad boy. It is definitely floating off the ground. That is cool. Oh, I can turn that hood back on real quick. Let's see what happens. Turn that thing on. Got some nice little sound to it. Ooh, that sounds like a beast. Now it's looking like... Oh, there it goes. Took a second to take off. Woohoo, look at it go. And yes, do not drive too deeply into the water. Well, it looks like I'm in the water pretty deep already. So this is not working out too good, and I don't think my person is dressed for this. So let me get that changed real quick. And this is what I'm going with, and yes, my graphics are horrible, and you can't really tell, but I think that says Porsche. Kind of looks like there's a Y at the end, Horsey. So let's get to it. I mean, I don't know who wears a helmet while riding jet skis. I know I never did, but it was the law where you had to wear a life jacket for sure. And I mean, that's a pretty good thing because you'd get thrown off these things like crazy. And, you know, I guess it works as far as just driving. Oh my gosh. Woo! That helmet might have just came in use. Pretty good use right there. Okay, let's, I'm stuck. I got my character changed back out. I'm gonna go a little more or less business casual, I guess, here, and just kind of be relaxing. I mean, this is Case IH hoodie, so why not get that? And as far as my jet ski here, I'm just gonna go ahead and return it and say there was something wrong with it whenever I picked it up. I didn't do this. That's how it came. That's the story I'm gonna tell them, and that's the story I am sticking to. Oh, hey, I guess it's under cars and not trucks. My bad. I don't know. Yeah, it says cars right there. Okay. Well, got it all returned. They definitely didn't give me all my money back. They said something about, hey, I saw your YouTube video. I know it wasn't like that. I'm surprised they gave me any money back to begin with. Okay, we're back over here at the farm or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Maybe farm. I don't know. Operation, something going on. Something's happening here. Let's put it that way. Now let's go ahead and look at our VIP orders. Now this is for level 4. What we need is we need wood. So female sheep, female Welsh, 17 months, straw. And the so females is 11 months is what we need. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. I do not have any trees planted, but I know where I can get some trees from. Hopefully that works out good. We're probably going to work towards completing this level 4. I mean, the only thing I can really do is the straw and the wood and just wait on the female sheep and pigs to get to that correct age. And then looking forward into level 5 is planting cotton, and that's what I am saving my 2 smaller fields for, is planting cotton. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this solid fertilizer. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I know there's mods out there. I'm just not sure. Man, then I got horses coming up. Ooh, getting a little busy. I wonder if these things just keep going and going and going. They might. Oh, coming up on a bull. Sweet. But anyways, getting sidetracked there. Let's look at where my pigs and sheep are right now, and then I'm going to look into the wood. Pigs are at 9 months, so we still got a little ways to go. Sheep are at 11 months. Still a little ways to go. I can't remember exactly how much. So pigs need to go to 11 months, so they're at 9 months right now. They need to go 2 more months. Sheep need to go 17 months. They're at 11 right now, so they need to go 6 more months. And then, hey, they will automatically sell over. We already have the sheep and the pigs for those ones right there. They just need to reach that age and get sold automatically. But let's look at the wood real quick. I'm gonna set up some little wood operation. Maybe use my pickup truck that I haven't been using. It's only 5,000 liters, so I think I might be able to get away with a small wood trailer. You know what? I want to give this thing right here a try. It holds 4.5 million liters, links logs. Oh, it has a universal autoload. Well, I don't want it for the universal autoload. I want it for the crane. I usually don't do much stuff manually with the crane. I usually kind of use the universal autoload a lot more, but I mean, it's pretty small. I don't know if my truck can pull that or not. I'm gonna find out. If not, then guess what? I'll just slap a tractor on the front of it and pull it with the tractor. But I kind of want to use the little crane thing, give that a try, have a little fun with it, I guess. Well, let me get it purchased, and I should probably lease it, but I got the money to waste. $19,000. Let's buy it. You know, I should check the sell thing, see if anything's on sale. And no, doesn't look like it. Looks like I could get a nice police car to use. Ain't worried about it. Well, you know, looking at this trailer, I don't think it should work at all with this pickup truck. I mean, it has hydraulic lines, looks like hydraulic lines that I would need to technically hook up to a tractor. But I mean, this game allows you to do some crazy things without it. I mean, let me get this over there. I'm going to try this truck out first, but I do have this tractor following me just in case. I'm going to go over to all those dead trees while I ramp that. wow. But I'm gonna go over all those dead trees that's on the outside of the wall and see if I can get the contract complete through that. And oh man, this is some bumpy terrain. You know, this thing is totally struggling just to kind of get it over here, so I don't see it working at all with some logs loaded in it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the drive over with this, switch out to my tractor and get it going with that. Well, we're over here now. Let me get a couple of these trees cut down. I do have the lumberjacks mod, so it allows me to cut down trees anywhere, and I'm hoping these will work out great. I don't know. I mean, they look kind of dead. I'm not sure how much wood or liters I'm going to get out of them. I can't imagine it's much. And okay, man, I was really worried I was going to land right on something I owned over there. I haven't switched out the trailer yet. I'm still not quite ready to give up on that truck, even though I said I was. Okay, fun fact, I don't need that crane thing at all with me cutting them down to 4.4 meters or 4.5 meters, whatever. I can pick them up. So hey, still gonna try that crane thing, why not? Well, this is fun. I mean, it's been a couple hours for me to get this one log picked up. No, not really. No, it's definitely conflicting with the truck configurations. You might be able to tell my door is open just a little bit. There we go. You see I can operate my truck from here. So that's not good, but other than that, it's working out pretty good. It took me a second to figure out the controls and how to get the leg support thingies down, whatever, but this is definitely not going that good. I mean, I didn't expect it to go that good anyways. I mean, I do run cranes and stuff like this all the time. I know how to do it. It's just I don't do it much on the video game here, so I don't have much practice with it. And you know what? I'm just going to try to open this up right here and just let it fall. Maybe? I don't know. What control was it? Well, it took me a second to figure out what control that was, but finally got it on there, and I am done using the crane thing. I'm over here trying to take those support arms up, but it looks like it's raising and lowering my hood for me. Oh, that's opening my door. How do I do this? Nope, wrong way. There we go. Let me get off this thing and use the auto load feature. Why not? Okay, 2 logs are on there right now. My front tires are already starting to come off the ground with this truck, so let's go ahead and drop that. Switch out to the tractor. Definitely saw that coming. I used the truck a lot longer than I thought I would, but oh well. You know, I'm over here cutting away at these. I'm like, man, these trees look pretty familiar. And I realized last episode I cut down all those trees that was in my way. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the same type of trees. And thinking about it, I'm like, hey, I should just use those. But then again, that was kind of a horrible drive driving up in there, so I don't think I'm going to use those at all. I think I'm going to call this good for a full trailer. I hadn't said, hey, you're full yet, but it's looking pretty full. Let's go ahead and get this over to, I believe, the train yard and get it sold there first. I'm going to set up a driver to follow me back. Well, I swear I know how to drive, okay? I don't know. I guess I hit a bump and kind of lost control here. But no, back here over at the farm, and I might be able to save this. I don't know. Hey, look at it go, look at it go, look at it go. Now, I need to call the train, get this flipped back over, and figure out how to get all this loaded up on there. Okay, that is kind of cool. In the bottom left there, like I said, I've never really done much with the train, but I've never noticed this. I've called the train a few times just for random reasons. I don't know why. Not much of using, maybe testing stuff out, but it says train is going to arrive soon, 2.9 kilometers. I'm guessing that's how far away it is. The weird thing is that number was getting higher. It started at 2.7, so maybe the train's running away from me. Where's the train? Well, here comes the train. Looks like it decided to back in, and now that I'm looking at this, I don't see any log stakes on this. Am I selling in the right place? Hold on, let me check that contract real quick. It says export by train. Okay, I guess that's fine. I don't see no log stakes or anything on these trailers. I'm assuming I could probably just slap these on this flatbed part or really put them anywhere. But I would really like to use the auto load part of it because I am lazy. I mean, all these can be picked up by hand, so either way, I'm gonna get them on here real quick. Well, just did that auto load option and it actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. I've tried auto load logs on a flatbed, like not the train, but like a regular flatbed trailer, and it tends to do this. It doesn't stack up, it just lays across evenly. So I'm really happy it worked this way. Now, hopefully this is enough. I highly doubt it's 5,000 liters. I don't do much driving in first person, but hey, whenever you drive a train, you gotta drive it in first person. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually kind of disappointed looking in here. These graphics are horrible and just makes me wish I could get a new PC. So let me get out of that real quick. Nah, I think I just drive it straight through and we are good to go. I mean, I am going really fast, 75 miles an hour. It would have definitely flipped over on that turn for sure. I can tell you one thing. I don't know if y'all have ever traveled by train in America versus outside of America. Like, for example, I've traveled train over in South Korea. Now, they've also got pretty good train transit over in like Germany and stuff like that. Train will now drive to Northern Railroad and will return on the other side of the map. Okay, thank you. Let's see what kind of sell I get while I talk about the whole train thing. But the train systems in America are horribly slow compared to anywhere else. Honestly, I wish America had a lot better transit and stuff like that. I mean, public transportation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I wish America had a lot better public transportation. Now, I don't know. I'm not getting any sell thing in the top. Let's look at this real quick. It doesn't show anything got delivered. Did I mess something up? Did that not work? Can I not sell those logs? Oh, man. Well, good thing I didn't return that trailer yet. Let's see if I can figure this out. You know what? Back to the whole public transit talk thing, because that's really bothering me. I mean, honestly, if America could have a nice, I don't know, bullet train going state to state for a real cheap price, that's the issue. They wouldn't be able to do it for a real cheap price. It would be cheaper to drive, or it'd be cheaper to take a plane probably with all the construction they would have to do. But man, if they could do that, that would be amazing. I would love to just take a train somewhere. And I have taken trains places in America for long trips. I mean, that is an option, and that's how I know those trains go horribly, horribly slow. And I'm telling you, I've had cars passing me. I mean, the cars will pass you while you're on the train going down the road. They go a lot faster than the trains do. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just my whole rant on the whole train thing. I don't know how I got on it. But looks like nothing sold out of there, but I came over here, got this regular tree, don't own it, but I'm gonna come over here, cut it up anyways, get it down to the right size, load up, take over there. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough or not. Got two really large spruce trees loaded up. Let's take them back over to my farm area. I guess there's a railroad track right here, but I don't see a call box anywhere in there soon. So hopefully this is enough and I don't have to make another trip for it, and hopefully this works. I don't know what's going on there. There's not exactly, I don't know, log pipe trailer or log, there's not exactly a log trailer on that train, so maybe this doesn't actually work. Maybe I need to put it in pallet form, and I can do that. So let's see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna go ahead and get some pallets in and get that shipped off so I can complete that, or try to complete it. Maybe it just doesn't work at all. Okay, a while back I told y'all there was some bumpy terrain right here that I need to level out and fix, and I still haven't did it. And earlier in this episode I did this, but I did it over there. Gosh, well, I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna learn how to drive. And the funny thing is, I was just talking about how good of a driver I am, but I guess not. Well, turns out my logs are still on there. I don't know exactly what happened here, but hey, I do have another flatbed trailer. Let me load up these other logs on there. Maybe these ones can't sell, I don't know. But these are some regular spruce trees, both pretty long ones, pretty big ones. This should be 5,000 liters, I would think. Okay, wow, I did not see that coming, and I am truly impressed with the person that loaded this. I mean, how did they do that? Got it all loaded up. I think there was one that fell off to the side, and yeah, it looks like it's up there somewhere. And these actually do stack on here. That's surprising. I've had them not stack in the past. I mean, definitely never stacked to anything like that, but hey. Oh well, I'll take it. Let's see if those sell. I don't know what's going on with these ones right here. Maybe they don't work. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Like I said, I've never really used the train very much. Okay, it says the train will now drive to Northern Railroad and will return on the other side of the map. Okay, let's see if anything happens, anything sells. I don't know. It did actually return on the other side of the map, but it just kept driving. I gotta be doing something wrong. This is not working. Well, it just got the train back, and it does have all the wood on there, so that is not looking good at all. I highly doubt it, but maybe I could do something with this railroad silo. Let me look into that real quick, see if I can figure that out. If it doesn't go in there, then I'm gonna look at doing some wood pallets. Well, I went ahead and undid the straps just to see what would happen, and it looks like the person that stacked this did a really good job. Okay, here we go. I got 5 pallets of wood here. That would be 5,000 liters exactly. I had to check them. Now, all the wood on here, I'll just probably delete off saying, hey, yeah, I got the 5,000 here. I could put in a building that will do this for me, but I'm not too worried about that, and I need to hurry this up. So let's go ahead and get those loaded up and see if that works. And I am starting to think it was the whole pallet thing, because now I actually have something that says trees down in the bottom there. It says I have 5,000 liters of trees, so let's drive through, see if it sells off, and all the logs that are left on there, I might eventually sell them, well, not sell them, but delete them, and translate that into my 5,000 liters. Now, I don't know. Maybe those two trees are less than 5,000 liters, at least those two big ones. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure they're more than 5,000 liters. So I'm probably losing some money here or some trees here. But let's try to get this sold. I mean, I've been working on this VIP order for the whole episode, except for me playing around at the beginning. This was a hard order to complete if I actually get it completed. I don't know if I am or not. And now that I'm driving around this way, I realized I just took the long way. I could have easily just backed up into that other sell point. All right, here we go. It's heading off there now. Let's see if this does something different. I mean, it gives me a vehicle leasing cost every time. This one was a little higher because it took me a while, but maybe this stuff will sell off. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to sit here and watch that top right until it does. And here we are with the train coming through with the wood still on there. Yeah, I got no money from it. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe y'all be able to help me in the comments. I'll do a quick search, try to figure something out, but that is it here. Well, you may be wondering what I'm doing driving through the woods right now, and I don't have the same intro. Well, hey, I lost it all. The mayor kicked us off the project outside the wall, and we are heading up into the hills right now to meet a group of people. Now, this group of people all has one thing in common. We have all been wronged by this mayor in the town and city of Frontier, so you might be able to guess what we're doing up here. And this is going to be the start of the resistance. But one thing we need to do up here is get everything cleared out and ready to go. And I have no equipment left. The mayor took it all, took all my buildings, all my animals outside the wall. It is all gone. And this is where we're going to set up our main headquarters. But as you can tell, we're kind of crowded up in here. So we got to make a little room, set up some tents. And this is where we're going to start it all. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up some sort of headquarters to operate out of. Now, I got this huge pile of dirt here that kind of left in the way, but I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to use it to kind of go ahead and smooth out down here because we're obviously going to use this area down here quite a bit, and it is pretty bumpy, so I'm going to utilize that dirt to kind of smooth this area out and make it a little more presentable. So let me get that done, and then we'll start working on this barn. All right, we now got this all completely smoothed out, and well, pretty smooth, I guess. And it's going to work pretty good. Now, the thing is, we got all those trees inside that barn there. Now, we're not going to completely waste them. We're going to utilize them. So we're going to set up a little wood shop and firewood area and get all these trees over there. Got all the wood over here. Started cutting up some firewood. Plenty of firewood over here now, I believe. As you may notice, do got a tower too. Put in a couple of towers. Got one up there just kind of overlooking this area. Got one over there looking down. Let's check out that view real quick. And this is our view. Then I also went ahead and put one right here by the bridge. I mean, why not? Try to stop people from coming in just in case they ever get here. I mean, yeah, we are fixing up the headquarters area right now and kind of setting up that. But we're establishing a few different things here and there. I mean, we do need protection. And get rid of all these trees out of here, we might as well go ahead and utilize the wood. So this is completely cleaned out now. Got to get some furniture in here, I guess. Now, but another thing we need to do is have like a training site. So I'm thinking back here we're going to build a firing range. Let's get to that. I'd say this is coming along pretty good. We got an outhouse over here now. As you can tell, we got these concrete barriers over here. And I mean, that's not necessarily what you'd always do, I guess, for a shooting range. But we're trying to keep it kind of quiet, so it's kind of working as a sound barrier. And I mean, if this was actually my land and I wasn't trying to hide it, then yeah, I would just be shooting into that hillside like crazy. But no, we got a nice little picnic area. Well, I don't know if it's a picnic area or just eating area. And then we come back in here, we got our armed guard over here. I did add a few armed guards throughout. And our targets are snowmen. I mean, obviously they're not snow, let's say they're plastic. And then, of course, we got a sign there that says hill on it. Can't really tell, but it does say hill. And that is because there's a hill behind there. Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, you always see those signs shot up and everything, so why not shoot at them? But no, this is our little shooting area right here. I like it. Pretty nice. And I don't know, got a building here. We'll store some stuff in there. Just getting ready for this resistance against Frontier. Out front of this barn, we got a couple people out here. Now, I don't know if there's really much decorations I could really put inside there, so we'll just imagine it's looking like a operation. And then down there on the bridge, we also have somebody standing guard. But now, next up is we are starting to have people flood in and join our resistance. So we are gonna need a place to house them. So let's set up some sort of housing. And this is what I ended up getting for housing for right now. Got a couple of containers over here, little housing containers. You know, fun fact is that, you know, those shipping container Connex things, I don't know exactly what the name is, but the big shipping containers that are on big cargo ships, put it that way. I actually slept in one for quite a while. No, I wasn't shipped across the ocean. No, they made houses out of them in Afghanistan. So, wasn't bad. And then we got this trailer caravan thing I've had outside the wall. And then tons of tents. People over here sleeping in tents. Got a little nicer one. But hey, it's just kind of a mixture of sleeping areas and arrangements for everybody. Now, that definitely ain't enough, and I hope my resistance army is not going to be that small, but it's a start, and I couldn't exactly put a huge apartment building up here without it being too noticeable. Oh, also, I found the scarecrow decoration I had, and I went ahead and put a scarecrow in here on our firing range. Just had to share that with y'all. Now, I'm actually going to switch over to a different game, let's say maybe Call of Duty, and we're going to play a little bit of Call of Duty, get a little battle going. That would be part of our resistance. No, I'm just messing with y'all. I ain't doing that. But no, we are about ready to launch our battle, and I'm going to do a nice little cutscene here, try to make something great with the help of the Herd. If y'all haven't checked out his content, he's got some really good roleplay stuff. Love listening to him talk, and I reached out to utilize his voice, I guess. So now we are heading out.
1 year later, and it looked like Frontier couldn't be saved. The Frontier government raised the prices of everything again, and riots broke out. This began a revolution. The people versus the government. And just when we thought that all hope was lost and the government was going to win the war, a leader emerged. Noah the Kid stepped up, and he led the resistance against the Frontier government. With Noah leading the resistance, the Frontier government did not stand a chance. As the years went by, Noah's top general, Chris Stewart, was tragically killed in battle. He was buried with all of the watermelon and all of the beer within 100 miles, as requested in his will. After this tragedy, Noah the Kid led one final push to overthrow the government, and that battle was successful. Noah the Kid then became King Noah, king of Frontier. And when asked what law King Noah wanted to implement first, he simply said, "Free ice cream for everyone." Frontier had been saved by King Noah.
Now that right there was the voice of the Herd. He does an outstanding job with his roleplay series, and I highly recommend y'all go check that out. I probably won't remember, don't hurt me. I'll put his channel in the description or in one of the comments. Hopefully I don't forget. But thank you, the Herd, for that. I really do appreciate it. It came out amazing. But hey, this is actually the end of this episode, end of this series. There was really no end game goal except for hit a certain amount of VIP orders, and I actually did that. I would say I was successful at saving Frontier, but then we have a corrupt mayor that came in and just kind of ruined it for everybody. The way to save Frontier is we kind of overthrew them with the help of Noah the Kid and Chris Stewart. Well, Chris Stewart, I guess, didn't quite make it, but hey, there we go. Now, Frontier is, I would say, saved. It's thriving and doing a lot better than it ever did before. Everybody's happy. Expansions outside the wall continue to grow every day. New and new farms are popping up. Like I said, that's the end of this episode, and sadly, the end of this series. There's got to be endpoints somewhere, and I don't want to keep dragging it off forever and ever. I got other roleplay ideas, so I'm going to keep making some. I don't know, this one kind of seems like it might have ended abruptly or kind of off topic, but I was having issues with that VIP order mod not shipping the wood, or this map, I guess, not shipping the wood. Something probably my fault, not the map or anything like that. But hey, I would say I kind of made it pretty far in there, and we're good. But I've been having a lot of fun with this kind of role play type stuff I'm doing here, and I'm going to keep it going. I mean, a lot of y'all seem to like it too. But hey, I just really want to thank y'all so much. It means a lot. This was a lot of fun creating this series, and I don't know if this was the best way to end it. Sorry if y'all are upset about it and wanted to continue, but that's the end of this series. Hopefully it inspired y'all to go out and make a series like this yourself and have some fun with it. I mean, but hey, like I probably said already plenty of times, thank you so much for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. They're always welcome. And if y'all are interested in becoming a channel member, I do have memberships available. You can find those by hitting that join button or underneath the membership tab on my homepage. And until next time, y'all take care.